so ye ni wa won kratasem wa dance ye so betumi aye no fabra na ye nsem anyiyim se besepa no koni na haban so hu na ye hu wo mo aye de chese wo mo nsa enso we de akoye se Isaac bra beje na ye ano na mentime ho asen firi wo ba ye no na wotwe so we so sin na ba ye to nchan ya still America and Israel to our matwashe Iran so and to kwachene na to nchai against America man penny Donald Trump eba wo share say enka kone de na fam de wa ye wie do pese wa ye no wa ye asa Iran man na ye tentan menteme ho ase and to kwachene and Donald Trump bokwadu say Iran man na ye to kwachene oh Ama de nan krofo kasa se entokwa ne ya funu Donald Trump bi sei aso akoka ntokwa chane wakoka ntokwa wontumi nku anyway na watchumi ya tete ye se Pakistan ene etu ne ho esi wo se Iran ene America mra na womontina se na womunsiesie womuntam na ntokwa no ya ginsemu. All right, so away from Iran, America and Israel and Tokano. Now what you answer so Global Info Analytics at the buy. Said they say woko NPP amanyoko no mu a. Kamia yes said the nani pe bi achi amanyoko no dogon. Wo mafa NPP amanyoko la. Afili NPP muchu mudu no. They said the antesa. Titru say woko NPP amanyoko no stronghold ye Asante mantemu a. Said the enka wo bo NPP amanyoko din ankrofo boje so. Okay. Ankrofo tugu so se na mfunu so wansi na pobi no. They said the antesa o. And this amanyoko no mbom egeni route onya ntini e wa Asante region. Na kasipanso so na wotwe yedi ho nkomo. Ye nananom akokofo yi be fa wo mo nkoa fa wo mo numum e beto wo mo de wo mo ko amanone e mo mo ko ye nkru tudwuma anasa Israel for kramra wo mo ko nkosum 430 years e wo Egypt emra wo mu firi ono manko ne nsapan but ye nananom yi de ye to wo mo nkoa de wo mo ko ye nkru tudwuma e wo kwesi broni maso na so teku na asempo akra no Jensan kan ena bieu ya gudi awodo bia wo beto ye no wo mo tese koyi na UN etna ase na wotwe yi meka UN na United Nations UN akwa no be ya awards no na ye na mampene John Dramani Mahama na no bi mu se ni amrofo no de ye no Ushemu pa dia eye sebi nipa bonfosem eye wudisem a nipa ya tia ne yonko nipa resenti e wo se amansa nyina gitumu se slave trade no enkoato ne nkoasom no na eye boni amrofo no ye gitie bibifo na ekohia se wo se omoto aba wo mokoto aba na man bi ti se Israel Argentina any America de wo mututia e se enye wudisem bia but nyamencha de na bronsemani wu wo mutu aba no wie ye no na UN omo amoko asetena no dodo na agi atu majority ne say yes ya Ghana man pani John Dramani Mahama eka no eye no kre ade ne pa de wo hwemu pa ya man pani ka no eye no kre ento omutu abagitu mu say yes slave trading no kwato ne kwasom no yes indeed na eye wudesem ne nipa bonfosem a nipa kokko de ye no nyonko nipa tuntum Matters are rising and I'm saying so crowd man say now hear the Bokrate ba ya daily graphic anymore Council of State congratulate President Mahama on UN motion success. Yes indeed. 18 after 7. Was your from Chief Captain Fred Masha or Hinana Kwame Amo. Thank you for joining this morning. We are streaming live on your social media platforms in our YouTube, Facebook, Joining Komoye na no pay na yemmo. Sa pepe. All right, so 18 after 7. Chief Captain Field Marshal Ohene Nana Kwame Ammo. Abwa for Isaac Opoku. And Isaac Kwame Usu Ediomi. Producer at large. Yadamu na masenano pay. Yefan common and so. Wajintre your views on the interviews and discussions ebeba so no pay. Hesitate not to send to us on our social media platforms ebekin kan the amount. Ebi call say MBA phone lines na wo French re wo madwen. Enche se afi ne asase ebosume ba akumu ani. Enti eguso toto niema ye bodewuru no. Etu adwane ye sei na waka kire obi se meme ne da bia nonson kopim nondu. Okay, 101.7 FM. Yesin kunya. Ema na watch no munsem. Ye bono boa, ye bono tofa, ni apeni nu yagubre. 19 after 7. Welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's a good morning. The best breakfast show in the capital. Yes, it's okay. On 101.7 FM.
All right, okay, 101.7 FM. Sini Ade Akye Abia weekend edition. Na enti anu ani ene Australia ko bono na omo anu omo wa regime mu se ye be wini na wo mo ho ye mesere ampa wo ya ni Australia oh dia na man crofo wo gidie ni se ye ka football nations a man na se Australia kan Australia de ayese wo ka ewiasem teams a omo ball leagues na wo mo ya de wo Manchester United say yes na wabebodi en Real Madrid na ba na yaso ne so am na ba bekans ase na ase ne de okọ Italy no mo so Napoli de Bologna nom ne Bordeaux mu no mo Germany mu no so sana Austria so akwa ye na ya ni Austria ko bo friendly match sana ya fi say ye nya de e mre so yan pese wo manage football no pese e be hu otoado ni weakness ene ya won ya de enti ya ni Australia ko bo ne yan se o mu fu na nkrofo hu se kai world cup ne ekoye bibi ena kapodo num ba ko pe ne etumi se udi PE director ya won sirio na wi asimi beblemu bi penifo ye no wo man mu a wo mu ntie oman ni mu adehye asem. You see, the voice of the people is the voice of God. Ghana for kasa penifo ntie nyatu mi wie pe ye hwe ha na ne mahunu bi e kwaso acha se wo MPP amanyokwa mombrum enya sa MPP time na ketokroku bai. She the second time abaye koto no north. She kwan ye asokoto aba wo north. Na mpenifu atena asahwe ni din. Ono post. Aso no nko na eba no football management onimu nyansa. Ni suba yina akoyese CAF president no. Musepi to my omko sanse hunu we ba se CAF na Senegal for dia akwa no mu ko no pito. Ene ensafufo no mo nsan famra. Me Black Stars me na me kan papa. Ade no GF for ne de ba say ye coach. Ena wo mo a wo mo hwe football so man no coach kura ye pe no. Wo mo de criteria no ba ye. E de expectation ne ba ye say. O pese obeye ye coach a e wo say qualification ni e. E wo say unya wei. Enya me kwam amo. Enya ze kopoku. Enya tikasiye enya chairman general meboa eye GF for na musumu nimbo mu no ana mo de ba ye se ye pe coach ama ye Black Stars na coach na wase wo A wo B wo C wo D experience na wo mo kaka wo number of years wa ye coaching ene o modembo o success story in coaching na ye de aba eni pe bi submit wo mo CV sa na dia GF expect kra no wo mo wo bro so dabio wo mo wo bro dia GF kra so ti GF so mo pe ABC a ebi mu submit wo mu CVs na aburu A B C D E F ya mfa wo mo ni akofa otuwado onu a premier yeah secondary school nkwada akrofo mo nko ntakuda wo kwa Germany anyasuma no say ye hu say player bi wo ana franacho kwana kwadi nechi one ne nkwa keka so obeba afane bra player scout kai na black stars be bobo ana mini diam di misika be yentini makoto jersey say me shede ne nam krom. Oh, that I am not against the players. I just say, who know GFL name penny for no dinu will be anchored into woman. And then I am against. Me support on Quasasimo. Man, I mean support twins. What the coach will do a jack wake up now? Who you are, coach Bacope. Technical director said, didn't you cry more than 20? I'm just saying. Ankwaya papa anka technical director 26 na dinechi na we into amuto ni na obonsi we said that be onya de yin we said that be na afi omu ye debate e wo bench ho ma me nkote nkomo yim na ye beto aso na me pa cho John Jina Ponso so energy minister amana ze aya we ria mu aya wo mu ntumi ndum light ni won sa light off nketen so ni hwa yin okay fam energy minister say light off on keten any way. Oh, me last me can say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama the first time I buy you know. Emra work on a dear Ghana for the target na opposition the target ne say na ye ne hallmark no. Papa ye bia say the second term media obe wise tag na free ho. Ba John Jinapo enti Ghana for kenti wonte. Enra mikosi mia me ba awo ewo lebu enra o lebu ablekuma side ho ufi ablekuma kopokria say on the left side dasumusa na gbawe blue cross de me yenka yede na aba ana eno Iran any US na Israel ntokwa na what up ma me phone lines ntum se sia na mimisa as we speak encrophobia da sumwa ma ade ache say light off nketen na no so ni hwe hey etu who say energy one a sensitive ministry the success of this government largely depends on another so anyway 26 minutes after 7 live on OK 101.7 FM we Ade Akye Abia weekend edition. Na mame kwa amano so na ye monkom ono abo gina amano so ache. Oda bo ma che.
No pa mejo sa no pay. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Ebusafo ye hwese ya sabeka akrofro mu mrase badwani honorable Joseph Azuma na ye ne no abonkomo na ene ya be bonkomo bebre right my yen say yen sa kan honorable machi
No pa mejo so.
Lines no. Hello.
Oh hene. Hello.
Ya te won kan wa chire papa.
Hello.
Oh, all right. Yen shena yensa so ye for line for front yen try yen say be kan honorable Anopai Isa Fuseni was the regional director of communications at the New Patriotic Party. Oko the whole of Western region. Atoya mantemua. Omwa NPP osuna manyoku yi omo so omo nkasa ma amanyoku no. Nipo ye omo director. Eye Isa Fuseni. Anope ye hwe ni mu say oba beka yensa. Ewo enkomobo no mu. Sa dan so na say yekọ bebie ni anwa so bekwa ya. Stephen Donko Oyanka ne parliamentary candidate. Wagina pen ewo NDC amanyoko ne di mu say obepre mrache bedwani akonwa ewo ho no. Na oye member of the NDC communication penifo you ena ye no mo betena se anopa yi ye try here on. Honorable, good morning. Hello. It's rather unfortunate. Oh. Hello, Honorable, good morning. Busa for your trust Sabeka, Honorable Joseph Azuma, Akrofom MP, na Yabon Komo Anope. 9 minutes after 7. I say more. Honorable the Oti and Kabat Yena Yentinenka. Ades Yemi Nina so. Secosiana says Edem. So Nanka Baz is here and Edem, but the same line one. For line 2 to try. Why? All right. So answer the Sabeka Honorable Joseph Azuma no. Issue said that pronounce na ye can one seven ye bebo Africa wins historic vote on slavery. Ye beka one sem. Na sa anamonto kese here yenya global recognition. Na our president is Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Ne brand ewa man saying na no me sure say we a hallmark success bia ewiase na beka intima beba beka and posterity so will come and judge his excellency say yes indeed ade atetentrene mpenifo pay yes en ko mbeja me bibrim no in this time obaye and odi to draw root charges ramade sans no to defan pupuom edi twa bosom twene bosom akosi ya but ne din say yes wa ya de mo na eno no na Lincoln University na what you mean say otia no so one asem a Lincoln University na what mampani John Dramani Mahama ni baby ana mo am se mani di papa yi obeye mampani 2025 January oso afena musaye ewieye mo am se ne modern boso ani which is you oba ye ntotoye ene niam a woyeyeye enyema bi a muhwem efa mampani bi ho ebo ne modern bo abaso mo na mo se sanse seye no a mo de bo mampani bi modern bo abaso no mohuni na bi ewo his excellency John Dramani Mahama oba ye afe baako ene boso miense yi munti mwasisa abaso bobi ede mano mo wa chede bi se bronya ana wedding gift ede mano nti o meje ya namusini a wa America ya ambassador woni mpanimfo akasa womo wo se yaton sa frɛ wo mu ina yaton sa frɛ wo se da sei Lincoln University ehye ya mampani enu munyam nti mumfa mo ni munyam beta akire program no Kofi Kenyatta beka nanka orokodo ebeka no fo kakra bia ma abaso a afedie Lincoln University for you say wo mosra mampani pa awoso nanka wo mo de be ma no no ana abodini no a onri na ko wo mo de be anano no enya maso ntema ne ha no ho ma university ho okay enya ntia Muna musum wa award ombeje. Mo amose amane mabie mu no problem. Na mum no adenti. Ebusa reasons are ana reason a Lincoln University gina so. Say enunti award no ana abaso bona nkomde mama mpeni yo munya mfa ma no. Eno na ye bufu sem papa. Because me making reason why and reasons are enyina swonti anka wo mobo mampani abaso no na enyina swonti a wo mo se wo mo mfa ma ne biemu no na enka ho enti ada na mo to nsa frɛ no se wo mra no mo amfa nhyɛ mu se among reasons nti a ye bo abaso no we nso ka ho bi adan ya sa emane man na ne mema ne ma emema na no suntui ene ala gongoshi LGBTQ+ ne sa ni nse hunu no adan ya wo mo Lincoln University for no enhu mampeni trimupo enhu mampeni adwene a ni gina ye a wesi ewo ho se wo foa so ana wo mfoa so anintina award no wo matwam na mampeni onya ma award de ma ga jam se Ghana ma Ghana obi be ya mampeni anza na obetumi abu ma no je se mo Lincoln University ma na award anza obedi mampeni 1 year 3 months ya ma award ne ma ye no oni ni mampeni na se na ma award ne ma na mo am se mo ni numa panti mo obo na baso antinka onyintum na no nkoye se ogitu munti ena mo anano ana enti se wuti ya na ye nokre se ane nanka enkrata mu die Lincoln University for say wo mo ana president but wo mu twemu obi ana wonti reason je wo mu twemu a ena maka kire wo no ena maka kire wo no na we na yasem all right, so you try for the last time Honorable Joseph Azuma from MP and you say if this time around lines never boy. Hello Honorable, good morning.
Good morning, Nana.
Pacha na bokodi
Adum me pastor na nso
nyame adom ye ho ye ya te won ni mom wo chiri baro de ote yanka ye
kete pa sa se me tino chiri tino chiri pa
still the connection is not connecting. Ya be hem say ye problem kakra bi ye be sha solve ye be na ya solve. Okay, so among the issues and pay ya discuss, we shall be looking at the American once me enti na Lincoln University almost one president no ada na caveat no say just na wo mo ka kire no adiman kan che ni pay say among nyinaso a ye de ebo abaso no bi wugina ya wesi ewo LGBTQ+ as one no eno nso be kan ho bi na de aye nyinaso now it was not captured. Me making kind and niama wo mudi ye nyina so abo na baso no dan kam ho bi enti afri hen enti wei nyame kura na ye yadom ana ade no kura amma na ntinke ba ya nkomu kogina beebi aka se wo mudi amama mpani akire no na nkoma kogina beebi aka se o award no kura na onu na ye de ema no niama ye hwe ye de ema no ebinie Mampeni wako Assemblies of God Lincoln University. Mampeni wako Assemblies of God. Ana no kra men's ministry wo asori mu ye wo anniversary no kra ne preach ye. Sa nse hunu no nso so o. Enti aka no kwa dia ma word momfa. Monfa mumpo bi mfa ma no. Na awoda man na mana say okọ Korea na nsen ya wanko jibi. Ebusu kra woni dem onya bebi kra mfa bi nsi. Monfa ma de. Monfa why? Monfa. And then the way he be. Anyway, nkomo ho. Papa. All right, 38 minutes into 7. 38 minutes into 7. And that the nyame nim ni mo amhwe ya mo amutie me ye pa se nke bebie phone lines no na. Ensem no a esisi na awotwe dia wo pese. Wo de wano tum ka bie no. Ye se nke bebie phone lines but wa wo hwa. Even trying to get Honorable Joseph Azuma. Ni na kasakra no. Wo the lines ni ni mu ayen. Enti ye ko bietum sesi ahwe ana. O frena ama obeka say yaseda enti yensiesie mo ma no na next week nyame ya adomo a with their promise ansa na yeni abadwafo besi nkunya no ensem a eba ye na awotwe no mu a yedi nkomo titru OK 101.7 FM ni awote ye ewo sister stations awodo ene nkomo ekoso ewo television so no nyame ya adomo a ene na awotwe de pa cha osisi ho enti Monday nyame ya adomo adwada ebe ekosi Thursday because Friday ye Good Friday nti ya madwuma will be cranim says I wura Easter mu ano no week aye besimi eye Easter na awotwe enti say nyame ya adomo mo akọ Israel da week we mu say uko Israel and yentokwa no anka ombe ba o mizukuraji fo no omde so mo support agenkwa Christ e Christopher wo Israel wo mo be ye procession no build free enwo people no so no Mount Olives Sunday yard ba Gethsemane. Oh, wonderful experience. And I'm yard my Friday be the Easter Friday but tewaso efiti ya wada Edwada kwesi ya wada Ghana mambo nsam a obete ho nkomo no dia unya ya nka obeka bi no aya atwoto ye hia na na awotwe wo Ade Akye Abia weekend edition yi so a ye bebie phone lines na tum even before ye ne ya manyofo besi nkonja na ya bo enkomo no we will allow you have your time to express your views. So 41 minutes into 7. Ade Akye Abia live on OK 101.7 FM. All right. So yanshan komo na se. Yanshan komo twetwe na se ntu adwane a oboni ni die kwan so. Said American we are streaming live on our social media platforms ni na Entu adaroma odwane enso so a na de se wa wonim wadwen kire no wo de fabra bomodian fabra ene dia me mekenkan dia wo pese nka wo kan mekenkan dia ma but next week dia trust you me the phone lines will be activated for you to or we can say your own nti eno your friend mekan bi mana dem say your friend mekan bi mekan bi nti so nya te say de your friend say Thomas nyumu pampanam pananam panam ozanyum no wo ma menka bio mabre unya hu se ya boss anyum ne penache se ofunu o low battery a ko charge o credit nso so asan bomodian na ko pebi sense bebi atuma ma won so waka wo de so this is it tinyame ya domo a na week from 7:30 to 8 eya wo dia ye bie phone lines ne tumu anu afre na Ghana amanyosem ye ka amanyosem a oman ne yo ensem a wote ye ne de opese oso kire wadwen na wo de aba live on Facebook esuo kwa wunta so esuo adwane ya no pay na esuo say greetings to Mercy Akwa Emmanuel Akwa Jr. inside Connecticut USA from esuo kwa wunta so esuo banintia e na no pay Microphone so aba platform yi so baba beton credit ni data ni ade na ya de na de me bufu kra ho ne say non expiring so o ye pe one hour kra manasa say non expiring no mo ntiase o. All right, so already seated in the studio this morning abejafo ye no mo sin kunwa de wedi nkan aba Honorable Stephen Donko, former parliamentary candidate, baby and Yasu Bekwai, NDC, the ruling party, and Wo. Ya woman said, Bobby won't woo ya in front of John Funadia. Nanka, you abema, ye bra. Stephen Donko per se, obey yet. I'm Rasibe Jenny. MND se manyukono baby and Yasu Bekwai. But we onyanye. But the de still na be friend honorable because no person you honorable. Na ye bonya mempa en say eya dan ya ebebem. Enti edi nkan bo honorable na 20 say obeye pena ye say we twa fufuo di ato kofi chance we twa kofi fufuo di ato na chance mu no. Na enu ano. Honorable say title say wo Ghana say no doctor ne PhD no. So enu na wo de ka odi hu a aya na asem wo hu but honorable de enye obi adea anamboa. All right. Honorable Stephen Donko abeka ye ho ewo kasafidies. Honorable Machien. Pacho bibia ye fine.
Pon ede echew na ade china wote wani a na chesa ya adom
Abebe.
Unya nu wi afi de aka nyina ye any other opportunity a wobenya enti ade ache ye de na se de kan se awrade Yankopon na ye nyina ye da na se
Ono se bibia so boko de.
boko pa
Mami bi say ye be na nanka wo pes o ye se nka obe aba be jira ndi se manyoko di mu no.
Aye 2020
Oh okay.
yes 2020 2020 but say manya da Yankopon ase awie no menya transe am wo mempafo bi a memfa omo endi akrokra say menya transe man cha o maya na meya na in the first place no me catch His Excellency John Dramani Mahama omanpanyi Ghana na ye wie so a me so panyi our Glorious World Power Ministries Prophet Isaac also bempa memfa no endi akrokra say minim say me kan ya be
Now
Minister was there. What was uncle for Humba? So, number of was he? What was uncle for?
okay we be.
I had to make me who there. But only say, who me?
Who dey me?
Aha.
Send the panados.
Oh yeah, of course. I know.
Any sorry ba.
It media minimum pa.
Oh.
Minimum pa. Na me taso ekofi also because me tisle gone.
Okay.
And me tako fi pa.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
And
Efiefi. Yes, yeah.
Papa. And say you do not say yancha yempan fu say ya. Aya na de beka bia no me say emu enheda enyidu. Na madam be kan sembi. O say nipa say umu be edu a na ye omo no omo nante. Eni ba bia otako. Ena me kire say asomasi umu odu. Na nyese se be wakwako ya no gari ana emu botoma. Ne de mano mo yedu na kire say umu odu. Nti anopai menchia nkoma mempan fu we pa. Na me wia mensanchia atiefo nyina.
All right. Yet Honorable Stephen Donko. 2020 nanka wa preso obejina ndi sa manyoko ni di mo pray. Baby enya yaso be kwai. Mrase bedwani akonwa no. Na Honorable na anya ye won.
Mpacho
nkrofo bi bo obuga na.
Say election there. I'm ade wo election mo emienu pe. Unim election so there ye modro. Especially about parliamentary elections a simple majority. And na constitution e kire ye. Enti nipa no so nya twon half kora me say why den wa twon awie. Enti 2020 ye kugina ye pray ba yan sanka. Na eno so enkire say akonya eni hobio.
All right, there was for Akasima Dumunu, none on what about 12 minutes to 8. Afen wa joining a high okay 101.7 FM. Ade Akye Abia weekend edition so na yesie yi. Na penia na sasa ye bon komai Honorable Stephen Donko. Former parliamentary candidate for Baby Nya Yaso Bekwai NDC. Honorable woni je bo mo kakra.
Board in fact my manager ho pa enye se on can say kakra. Manager ho pa
na wa bobi da.
Ma bobi da but ma mbo anko anim. But manager on say board no ye o mo bo.
Sa.
Ene o mo hwe. Aha, me ko mo hwe no ho. Board no de se ma mbo anko anim kra, se me hwe de. Madam fi was say unim bo a. Yes, you hwe.
Then no wo hwe ye no strap. Anyankofo akensie ni bi.
Oh, papa. Me hwe pa.
Woni je.
Football there. Some me Ghana ni there. Woni ntimi nyisa because ade o ma show be 5 there. But me moment there me issues kakra me wo no. I think say unim. Me wa to so say World Cup ye be ya there. Minim say be ya there.
Ye kukuru mponi.
Oh, minim say unim say omo mbo enra no. Especially the keeper no dem no. Me nyini say no ko dem World Cup. Ni de nyamye ni me de e kam ko bodi akanya ko nsi okra. Enti ono no ko dem kra no. Eno kra so no kra no e problem. Wahun because wa ko dem na one match wa je be 5 there. Ena say World Cup do ko dem wa je be 20. Wahun enti me de me support pa e koma Benjamin Asare. Na me gidi say Benjamin Asare so nya dem kwa dia. Na me na woni me bi. Me a student of data. Me a student of data. It me kasana say data mbamu a eya na mani nshada NGA. Na wonu say e fe ne say atizigi. Woda post man na ye de ko World Cup no. O jibe di goals e ho. Oh. But Benjamin Asare be dem no. Wo de ye check ne clean sheet a onyaye. Enti ago bi say na Benjamin Asare na has of keeper de obe masa. Enye has of kasem. Nipa no onya da blasters no ma wo onyankopon adom no enti eno a odam a me say ko biant mi hye no
Adazi a hye no a one bi
obiant mi hye no so dem a ko biant mi hye no enti but ye mpan for no they know what they are doing me just say technical team no mo de mo ye enti but omo me eno de omo ye no eye training no mo ye no mo de try nkofo bi nso
honorable
no mo de try nkofo bi because me nyini say omo ko no mo na be ko World Cup no sa World Cup ye koi me nyini say de no mboye no omo no mo
me tie o ka se mo ase wo gidie ni ahotoso bi ewo ye technical team na ye de ko no headed by Otuado
wonim say ba bia me free ba no wo ho bia me free ba no ba nya nsem nya na ye de ye ka ade bo ye ni so enu hu ana wo de wa dwene wani na akosi so a udi agora from day one when inje but e wo de wahu anti de wahu no en say da wutumi metra yi efika sem say e bie wa no nye de enka enti na meka kire say Benjamin Asare ne dem a kasa 5 na kamba 5 goals ade na Austria na ade Brazil Austria enye Spain na ne say Austria kra ma 5 a ene say atizigi kodem Ghana and Spain and say you
next friendly and Germany
ebia ni o so no kodam ye ne Germany a ene mesro wo ya abre wo amehwe bo ni bi wo de mesro bo no ye bo a pe bi tra na ho jojo na wo ye se wunya hu statistics na ego keeper minua na se Ghana Blasters ne Germany ko ba wo ya abre wo mesro wa ene ye German boys no na boys na nkasa de ko mo de se omo hye yo man hye yo omo de sa akoma no omo wa motumi de e de Western shock wo ewiase bibia no abrabom shock obabia even in government crowd me say shock ho sisi na no ma koso a aka tetena kasamre anka rush friends Iran ne
America ne Israel
me say aka eto bia ka daga na fo so no aka Israel US Iran
ye beba
ho but ni na so ka ho
but me head the way I express ho football in Semia ye DB adwumede ya no a
yes
let me take you on this one.
Okay.
Born the year na yepe. But honorable truth be told.
Yeah.
Say Otuado we pa na ya de ne ko pa on. Me. O say President John Dramani Mahama.
Yeah.
I like him. Because among pennyfo a womo ababe do oman so. Ono nko na menya the opportunity to sit one-on-one with him say.
Wow, incredible.
The first term no. Me nua Kwabena Mafo.
Okay.
Yakosra no. Na ebonkomo. Ewo table bi ho. Ewo fie.
Sure.
Because ada no kra na eye fiada. That time no na me sa fiada no. Na Jekotanko obeche bi lamte.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ni state barrier service ewo state house.
Oh, okay.
Na de chien Saturday. Na yakosra president.
Oh.
Na even yakra na the chopper na ye radio. Na o mo be fa na akọ because na de chien yakosi de. Ti na wo kokumase.
Oh, okay.
And when a papa net na one-on-one kasa on. Me nim de obi abeka but ono kasa te say ne tipenso.
Yeah.
Regardless of your age, regardless of ono kasa te say ne tipenso. And me nim other people's experience there. But Osha says on ne kasa pen no afa pen. Na o no tinema. I like him for niema bi say.
Yes.
And oyobia utiasempa. Sa dan say nipa o ye me dance for me ka be siasem so.
Papa me tell.
Nipa o ye me dance for ye do obonyim Great Tampon.
Okay.
Ye koto Great Tampon ofie ho. Apparently na Great Tampon aye nwum bi. Ama se na ope emwa minim nyumkro.
Okay.
Enkomo no twamasum. Dia mete ya ne se president e ka se wa frɛ obi. Mi modi se onko hu no.
Okay.
Na omo anhwɛ na nwum no. Em se eye patriotic bibi.
Okay.
Great Tampon tie mi a. It was a Saturday afternoon. Then Wabeye president. The second time.
Yeah.
On about anopena make say ministers are where you woman, especially when you mujidie. The onyan mujidie the first time. Our samba second time. What answer when mujidie cannot disappoint him.
Exactly.
And nyema bi wo ho a nyema mienu bi as ye bie phone lines ya Ghana for beka say. The first time, the opposition led a section of Ghanaians to tag Sanyamano to the credibility and then the performance and the success. And my son in some year overshadowed the performance in Po.
Sure.
Bako, a football. Because Obeka here, Brazil World Cup, no. A yama ye disika free a good chata plane di free Ghana cob a beya issue pa.
Papa. That's true.
Patrona was I am making some sense there.
Yes, a trooper.
Auntie, the gains I want the first term no. Bibi say be kata so Emma. Honorable if it's a free and crumple the buy your committee or soon cry.
Yes.
Look at them say pay free or buy say Brazil or no. Yeah, bisa will be Brazil cry say he fa na your tongue ingredient a ye di aduane. Ano cry no chere baby a tongue could be. Any ade na nipa na take kakra na 25,000 as $25 near their man. When somewhere buy and the second term say obi wo football ministry one and sports ministry one. I expect nipa to be very careful say second term Kochabians and some meka papa no through the same ministry. And then number 2. Doom so say Adebia even till now. The opposition NPP party still know the target. And it is en talk ma Ghana yeti en so to ye dan bedum light.
Yeah.
And no crampo ye dum was still. The opposition party kofaba.
Yes.
And the energy so there now was expecting say obi obeko obiara no but try say tag bi no na e fam papa no ho in the first time no obey rezi Magana phone ponkai. Pony a reference say, son on the first time na etie. But as we speak, ye be phone lines are too much see honorable. What's the befem? To me put them a friend light off on kete. Enra. Me nka enkwechire me enra. Ye pon asori am kosi me pie e wo lebu. Dia otisa stretch no nka se me boa. Wo free e nansi. Wo sane na wako agape. Ana Pentecost Junction wo no. South side way na right side way na. Light off. Na unya kodru ablekuma na o negotiate right towards Pokuasia left side wo na bibia cemetery no no elko bibia oh school ya agidi pa ehwoyina mi bibia mtimpo dem ehompo dem mpese meka ola ona bo migidi yese otisa nkomo ibi
Oh yes.
na meka dia ba besi football sem ya ye ken ya we mpo de ye nianimu obeka the curtain raiser ya tina ho ama anti president the time nyamia ya adoma ma ya sanso qualify ko World Cup na ye shama oto adoi I want me problem no honorable yes me a prophet of doom but ya kopa na se boy homodene pa na qualify free your group I demu me abeye me wanwa abeye me wanwa papa just that and I say yanhwe GFA advertise Black Star coach ejuma no omo the criteria by the expectation by ye bisa say otuado criteria ni mu de wan and not to satisfy ya MPP abantina homa yenhwe ha mouth because mode man like you mobile inherit obi ade a woyeto ho nanka moba ye pa nanka Kofi Adam se pa na mehwe se wo mo ne GFA fo ne bekasa se Ghana football nation we need a competent coach tom we are ye technical director said naka na honkwane na over 20 hweka hunu aye kobo wo mo whereas ka ye competent coach amana say ka technical director bobe do 5 ono makase bebre na mi usabe ka sanso na wo chiro
Yes, I'm say the all can who knew but you've actually sent a message and a message now was sending no me am because say wunya kwenya either through abem either through ministry either no matter baby a obenya kwenya I think say the responsibility no lies on you to look into issues critically now where necessary no ube take a good decision football send na yesi ka no enya me kwa football Ghana ha me jidi say Ghana ha uba ha right from nkwara ebe si omampanyi so the one per football no ebia mbasa population ye percentage ebia be 3% aso fo ina per football ntubo se bedu da Ghana Blasters ebe ball no ana ebe ball no yetimi etu be 2-3 minutes crab on ma Blasters
sure
that should tell you say you fa football in Yagro you bet me can from several other areas but one omampanyin jo mama no so fa say send us kan no the first time obaye you benya issues bebre regards to Brazil ne their course me just say bia the way a man you manage you no ankoye in a way because sometimes say ya make say aboa odwan so onyema na say owo a on kusie
lokre
aboa odwan so onyem won so aboa odwan nyem na say mra so na obewo a there's no so be kusie na minimi no ene de masua hu no e free UGCC time na eba UP fo ni PP ni sankofo na no omoma no na ma na ya wo ma besi ne It's sanko for study o ma sasem ketewa bi ba ho de o musi so ma omo da dansan ma asan be nokore no wudi agro bediu enti se ne sankrofo na ede ye Kwame Nkrumah no sankrofo na de be John Mahama first time na sankrofo na still a omo san den e wo ho enti megiri se ye ka say football ministry so omo tie ye no mo pay attention so the fact say ye NDC members eno kire say bibi e kɔ bɔne na ye hu a e ma ye nka it means say ye nye oman bapa oman panyin John Mahama kra no hu say enko yi a obetwe asan
sure
because ono no wa ma say obe satisfy the interest of an individual ne bota obe nyina to satisfy the interest of the nation. It's a football ya dia Ghana fo nyina ni je ho na yakoma da ho dia megiri say de ekoso nyina no onso de ne ye den ehwe but ni na no it lies on the Ministry of Sports. A ministry, and your minister is led by the minister.
Sure.
But the ministry, no be one cry na. Nipa no doubt as a minister, no Kofi Adams no. Ebia na sebi onu kwa no adibi wa esi na niye den. Ehu. And ebia na adwen cry enko ho. But mo ka no ho amone ne ye adwuma no as a ministry no. Mo hu adibi a menka say oh, me pese me work in the good books of the minister. Enti no se me hu adebone cry me say ade papa. Eno no de open obenya ho. Ba be wie no na de Ghana and mampanyi din no e na koto bia ense e de de koto ntimi de mesere say as a ministry no within the ministry no ye wo the technical people are omo eti football ase na de e bia because of my background as a chartered accountant no de be ko bia na e wo financial implication no me interest wo ho because onim lawyers wo ho ye na me obi ko bo asoma transaction back one receive back one give anytime there is giving and taking no there is transaction but in accounting transaction any financial implication no you record and accountants your interest there be a financial implication enti se na osika ye ko Brazil na se ko kube na ko ewe no on se kube na kan mo de che ya sa ko mo de che Ghana fo a sa ka se mbia mba but because sika eba mu na there was an exchange of sika no and the oha united eba it means say sports ministry no they should pay critical attention to issues na no pay o raise no na me say enya won na raise send Jesus Christ e ka kire Peter say the asema wo hu say me na me ye Nyankopon doba eno sakeke ni nti no wo say enya wo na aka yo but o jiri say yo bibi na eden e ka kire wo nti wo en efi na dey efi na dey mesi ma sorry dan eden e wo so nti me jiri say de wo kan ina no nya wo nkwa na wo ka eye ade e wo Ghana fo ina komam ene Ghana fo ina push abrew e na wo be kan wo studio kase mu nti ministry no they should pay critical attention because unia you see a resist car for World Cup 2026 say ya na ekwe no hode a ene ye for World Cup sika no mfa mi adwuma oh yes ene ye should an target be 200 friends entrepreneurs na ye should da empe mpanfo a omoye business akwadiri mu because Ghana ha your business owners are in fact omabre na omasosidi ebini despite ya say papa he has experience in running business. It's you see the be $13 million and $20 million that be ko work up no. Na say ya na ya kwaye dia. Ene o mampan on frɛ ya papa despite. No ka jen say unim me won krofo be 100 200 bin pese wo kyerɛ mo how to become billionaires in the space of 5 years. And the implication on the economy no ebe massive. Eti omo ma sky raise no and I say no ma air cost no e problem kase e mfanto aban no oman no so enti ministry no omon trans no mo hwe niye me dey left to me no so to ado e na omo a Ghana eso so to ado Ghana eso so sports ministry even to the point say sake obia sports ministry a o man panye beye because papa no wa massa akwa but ayi se na ni so de baye no o ma obia e me jana na namu e me twitwa na namu de juma na obeye no sabe ebe say enti wa Ministry of Sports and as a wa GFA now say on say omota kan asem bi there be almost say GFA no for the sports people na minim say ye dey say sports people me dey minim po because okay say sports people obi a hebo obi akra sports person obi a bobo sports person obi a o team sports person nti ye nyina ka mo na be sports people nti sa asem ko na say mo Ghana we should be say you go be strong enough to say the right thing na you defend the right thing na you Ghana enya papa ye den enkodu
rob we dey obo na ma kakra bi na before I be share nkomo boy asi now we were trying to get Honorable Joseph Azuma from MP da yen na bon komo but na lines ni ni mu ma yen try test yen sabeka no ana. Honorable, good morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Hello. Hello. Hello, good morning, good morning. All right, there's a problem. All right, what I can throw on?
yeah
Mm.
and I'm say we no osaka kakra bi fa dum so ni na ya ade a na emwa o man no
Light off on Kete.
me da bia no me transia I try to make recommendation me nye nipa mpesa me kasa keke na ma pia ko but me kasa bia me make recommendation.
All right.
You see the issue is say power and so ade bia without power no because the power yes akwaji to me but power in terms of electricity aye here energy na a boost to your industries energy a boost to ade bia aye nipa da sani akwana ba nyina na energy na eye enti se bedu se na se dum so na bisa na esan ba na se ebeketi problem ama oman no but unim MP for buy no they didn't do any investment in energy.
Hey.
And that is one thing among for ehu. The only investment MP be here. And say na po ekotam Ameri. Edi free takra de edi ba Kumasi.
Na nya ne papa mu a.
At a cost.
Na nya ne papa mu a.
Na nya ne papa mu a.
Bibi say na nya ne papa mu a.
Nti uba ya na baabi ho e no omulat no ensi so no de na say we. E say open solution ko ho. E say we build investment ankasa. Not to transfer BB from BB. On the measure no. Enti waba omampanyi jomama baye no. We had the number of megawatt what be kan ho a. And before now to make a tell say, oh, ye buy here. We didn't have any issues when it comes to your friend say megawatts of mampanyi jomama what that. So there's no need. So which means say na excess capacity. It's a na excess capacity they are naka. Who balance the capacity ho. Look at other areas now, you're lacking no. Not build the hall. To be in the space of about 10, 15 years, we wouldn't come back and be discussing idea in 2015. Say you're 2026. How many years in it? 11 years. And I'm a boy. And the idea is 2015 no. And then you cost about the view. It means there was no proper investment in the energy sector. When it comes to distribution, Ghana enters the UK. We do UK. There are a lot of distribution companies. Okay, you were OVO, you were British Gas, you were Eon, you were Scottish Gas. When you now here, on supply, on distribute. But over Ghana, we only have ECG. And if the ECG ain't efficient enough, you end up going back to baby Akwakodu. The other time I was making a reference to the fact that ECG, if you check their financial statement, you realize they were making losses. And before time, no, they were making losses. 2023, 2024, 2022, they were making losses. But they be no, some be making losses. No, omasha, adi omo ya, omo books no, eyefe, yefe adi be revaluation surplus. What it means is say, omo asset no omo no. This is a compare called no as a book value in accounting no. No mako in the market say phone way, yet on the last 2 years, yet on 100,000. And then you in the market, say almost say 500,000. No, they no have best books in him. No, my surplus. So, of course, now all massage figures say to make your books look cleaner, you end up collapsing the industry. And see, minister or energy, or man and ECG. one check on financials no. So on Tiasia, and also financials in here, they should contact us. We've been chartered accountants for more than 13 years. So we know what we are talking about. And anybody that's sending to me now, massage figures for the books to look good. Not in reality, no. Yes, so far. Yes, because revaluation surplus, no. In I think 2023 or 2024, almost a revaluation of more than 12 billion.
ECG.
Yes, ECG. And so yes, our revaluation surplus now. And also no, though there's a surplus, but it is not a realized gain. And yeah, there on Saka books no matter say there is a revaluation. What must I say? But in reality, no, you have not gained it on Sanka. And so if we continue to do these things to ourselves as a nation, I think you create a problem. I'm on my Ghana. And see, remember I say, yeah, they're in the way. Now Ghana and your books no look good. Not in reality, no. Ghana for ever so far.
But that's honorable one pay na way in the museum and me pay the way what is your objective, sincere and honest with regards to issue you can because sir and your mommy knew idea we are by now did you agree?
Yes.
You pay for it. That's it. Now, sir, and now we are in some more that your pronouncement your bon come here. Edom kume bomo kwadu. Minority blows alarm on 50 billion Ghana cedis big push contract. Why are counting India? Me sure say economics and I treaty so source in near the other. But me sure say accounting so a boom. And probably there are some buy what this week big push so sourcing. I am not in I want to see no. Chartered accountant as you are, we believe that you will help us bring the issue to conclusion. I will be able to say, although the minority also raise concerns, we will look into it. Obia won nim brofo so sourcing ni meaning no dia
you mean me da wase na we make the point say accountant no say we accountant say we lawyer say we engineer say we medical doctor say we driver say we ono pan
no dia ya tu
yes say we to pan no kafra ade bia we bia no there is always a reason for doing it. Nti ade bia botai bia siwani so bia bia no there is a reason nti how dey be. Na ye ba who can about soul sourcing eda ho before say be soul sourcing no. Big push if him buy e dia dia. Ghana ye road infrastructure enye ya kwan nye kra
Titrune cocoa growing
areas. Even where your main trunk road from Accra to Kumasi.
What's up now, Becky?
Accra to Kumasi. Enti Ghana eba ye rosa. Toto. Make us actually say, because I call it, I didn't know all kinds of same way. Now mete Scotland, Aberdeen. Se mi fra Aberdeen, ba Birmingham. Me fra Basa, it take me 13 hours. 13 hours from Scotland to England.
More than half a day.
More than half a day. But metebas ni mo mente say aye pine abopoto mente bi da. Obe free Scotland, Aberdeen, aba Glasgow, abetwam Manchester, and say na akọ Birmingham no. E kwani da so san obetumi afa Birmingham o akọ London straight. E kwani be that as every part in the United Kingdom no. Omo kwa ye. Is it the same story in Ghana? No. The story in Ghana is different. Different, let's say. Ufri Kumase kwa Accra, no ufri Accra kwa Kumase. Udi agro bedru and say, "O tie empire." Enti ukobi ade bia na bo empire say, "Nyame mfa nko jojo." Nyame enso no mfa nko dru. Nyame mfa ndu asomdiem. Ade ntra because okwan ne nye. Eto mampanya hu say there is a deficit. Now we check your records now. You say Ghana per se onya the same road with that of the Western world. I just say every year biano we invested $1.5 billion in the road sector. And then kind of road deficit, road infrastructure deficit. I said I invest more than 1.5 billion, and $1 billion annually in the road sector. Now, I'm paying who you know say, and it's a way the man you know I need to be on farm. And your Ghana, meaning say, baby, I do no, you do the leveler, mpenswa, you never say you do. It's all man paying John Mahama. Was say, oh, project can see be about to the big push. One say, one among us obi piano, and the piano aqua jet, Papa Biaba. That's all piano year. As an SNS, or this caca sebi, and I the empire bocassi, and a towerchi. Send a bear the open with a bed, Ebeka. Until your person need the Western world, no, a yape, and a person a ben or more in terms of your road in India. And a man pay say, Ghana Niska, but on the Ojisa or Babema, Obenyaska at the ESA project. No, now, President, what to do the big push. Nesika at Dasso, our the battle so, $10 billion. $10
billion.
$10 billion. Oman pay you work as same way, no, eh? Na Asante region that time. Omo regional minister. Papa na am refi ni di.
Honorable Samuel say.
Honorable Samuel Ose Mensa. Oko otumfo ahimfie. Ose nana, se mintimi mpie o. Mi pie mpa akwan na nyes kampo nya den enye because abaniska. Oman pay ma ama hwe nyina no abaniska me ba me the $10 billion ebe wura into the road infrastructure. Na ya build the roads. E den oyeye. What this way in Abba. Now, as we do no big push, Abba. Omampanye say, me per se, your trunk roads. Roads are connected region to region. Roads are connected district to district. Roads are ebema your movement of goods and services. Akoso your wano. Share and count Accra. Open kontomre mono idea. So your road ya. Aka ye the car free Kumasi. And I said if it's a also. And I'm come bibiani. Ye the floor the back Kumasi and Accra. Ka end 5 hours. Ntaka uti Accra hey. Open kontomre mono idea. Ka easy man. But ya kwa nenye nintino. Kake se otimi di kwa so be 3 days. No nduru ha. It's a big push nyina no. Asienie. We say Omanpanyi say obema the big push in the road sector. No ama Ghana ye roads no. Aba say the Western world road no etie. Na hwade obaye in 2025 within the first year Ministry of Finance led by the minister Keselato Forsen were allocation 13.9 billion Ghana cedis at the Command Ministry for Roads and Highways. Within the first 1 year for your allocation of 13.9 billion Ghana cedis. Say no yanya roads into scan edaho. This year 2026, which is the second year, wire allocation more than 30 billion Ghana cedis. Ministry of Roads and Highways. Yes, and Sky water our year Juma, over 43 billion. Now ye when you know, the Omanpanyi bato yano, not the road ministry no, the road ministry, not a kaidaho, more than 40 billion. Once I say road contractors or musu, I buy into a moka, now you crying and my sorry bonfire, say, a friend, I mean, telling Piebo, now you enter this guy the Emano. Omanpanyi say, Mamma, Mamma, sorry, I come on pie. When you're bed there, you made it so, we found a side, that's just I can. 40 billion buy in the first 1 year. I buy you told me 11 billion. 11 billion sakano so ye free. Ye to sakani nano. Now you focus in big push no so eguswa ekoso. Now, ya sha se me did say me opanyi kese obetena dwam.
Mama man akwa abeda to so. Or your Western Regional Director of Communications, NPP. Yera Isa Fuseni. Obedi maje.
Would so?
Akwa banso.
Yeah, na nyom to them.
Oh, nyame adom nema mboko.
Last time you share wa ha no me antwe amba bio. Ejuma do no de moko takrade. Na this week na musanso eba back bio. Said ebe ya eba bua ejuma di ama ekoso. All right. Nti me do nche fi Western Regional bro.
All right. Yeah so. yaso enti yema honorable anunsi na yemra wo so
em say baby ofiri so de yemia me diem
pa
say me so me free bibia ni ana me adwuma takwa.
okay
Western region there's no place in Western minim. Now say before the demarcation in the region no na a Western region.
na western of no nyama
Na my enti even most times no say region ministers no move free Western North like Ivan Sedu or call Western region e could be minister for 8 years. Enti eba Western region takra de ne takwa nzema I mean ye nyina ye ba ko. Just on say your Western North na your Western but ni na the same Western na enti honorable Akwaba na on the American no sesi ya me no ka say there's been a lot of road contracts and our roads are ekoso na omampanyi ba ye na so de big push na eba no na ye nuanom man before already no omo issue contract that because of some kofo enye omunye scantu sa contract ninti no most of the contract na no hold on omunye adwuma a typical example Swami interchange. Swami interchange. MPP government and a cut sword. Na na do dan kwa akofo do no cut sword. Waso meya Swami interchange am Swami for. Asante man ba bia menya vote pa. Ente akwam bia me fa so a meya sa interchange na amom no meya amom. Na in records na kase mu wie by 2025 2026. 2025 na sa kom wie. Ene na ete wona anwene se no. Na Swami interchange no Omudi can arranging for a facility, a loan facility of 154.6 million euros. 154.6 million euros. And then here, Sika, na komokwaje from the Dutch Bank SAE. That's the name of the bank. Dutch Bank SAE. 154.6 million euros. Now, when him, me a treasury manager, ewo Amajaro. Cocoa company. Now na me adwuma. Me head of treasury. Nti eba loan ho sensem. Say yen fan arrange facility. I know from head to toe. Now, omo kwasa agreement ni wie no. Parliament able wie no. They were not able to draw down. You can say draw down. Loan they was sign you. But say we meet condition B, condition A, condition B, condition C. Asa na bank no releases cannot e the amount. Omo me meeting into no. Sa loan no Amba, Sikanamba, they couldn't draw down. But they couldn't draw down because of how poor they managed the economy then in 2022. Because I said 2022, no, that was the time even the bond market no more block here access. In 2022, no, and now inflation, and now 50-something%, no. In 2022, no, and some baby buy until they block them out. Now, the then minority, and this year majority, no, almost say no. Swami project no ayade ina ye ni wo ho eti yen san ko arrange another facility then they want to arrange another facility $750 million for that project no
same project
the same project say yede kan call 154 no euros no and no amount me and draw down into amount me and draw down into no
man draw down ha na kire say
agreement no wasan ya wie ba wasan wie a bank no ka kire say there is a condition precedent. Condition where say meet and sana yet me this kind of day. Ama. Though ya sani awie. But and here that omo the term sheet in ebrewa. Now we reveal and I will review now say yeah okay yeah. Now omo bro offer letter. Okay. Now I sign offer letter no which was approved. But who here before say obe draw down. Ube bank in this kind of be man no. E say meet conditions be. But a bank no what you say from time to time. So who say ohun se bibi ekoso ewo manima emwa ohun se wuntimi entua wo kan ma ne dia ene officers kan ye de emma ento mo sa kwaje $750 million says kan buy no eno mo ye funds diversion say ye wo friends and bridges be say ekoye ye road be say ekoye
sika na omo ko so say ye for interchange
for interchange Swami no
e bedru ye ne na omo man ye
yes because ene ya
de bibi foforo
ene ya eno no omo di ko baby foforo omo de ko e bia ye koye bridge ko say so there was funds diversion eti contractor na wo kwan so no also oja adwuma no na bind the car $23 million that's work done but not paid $23 million omampan ye ba ye ko to says kana ama nipa no waba back to site or there oye adwuma sa contract no enye ndisi na awodo ye sa contract no eye MP for na awodo ye under so sourcing omo ye no so sourcing adenta dodowa road sa unim ho adenta dodowa sa road no enye ndisi na awodo ye eye akofo na dem contract eye under so sourcing but mama hu ni say once omo dem contract no there's no need going back again because udi agora na conference dey court na akoye ye fe ni say judgment debt na dey ka abetoye so into manpan dey 23 contracts and the MPP I so sourcing e be can big push no into one people no kasa no ka so sourcing na they will never talk about Swame, they will not talk about Adenta Dodowa, but the thing is me auditor say me ko auditor me audit based on standards, me audit based on rules and regulations, okay, me audit based on best practice. They me kaminim ne say akon man Ghana no yenye best practice say o ma contractor emu 10% we betimi dey ma under sole sourcing na ke mu 90% no according to competitive bidding. But Ghana yeni bi there's nothing like best practice or Ghana ha it we happy time no they gave almost 100% contract in sole sourcing.
Nti afi ni sole sourcing wa boso
so sourcing ne say instead say kan me ma contract no me inviting ko for ebre say obia fa ni company documents emra na won kire de ntia obetumi aye no na ka yentu su ba ko no ene kan say competitive bidding yanya ne sa ba so sourcing say yeyi ba ko say wo ye jiri say obetumi aye adwuma no we ska udi wura mu like ye de be no so no ene so ye within the friends yeah budget what I say it which means say yeah the man ko answer be ya one enko delay time because project bi wo ha na say be ye hia ne ntem ba o ka so ko ye say community bidding na e bet take you be 1 year na ya bidding wie ye it take you be 6 months. Don't forget say o man pan mahama or 4 years it say eno ko be take be
you say aka 3 o
e be ka be 6 months 8 months na it me bidding wie ya na say di agora e be ati be ko akire eti ampi for year almost 100% in so sourcing no also no nya ne sa into ono ya ye 44% unprecedented
44% so sourcing
in so sourcing. And the minoka say there are 400 contractor what in competitive bidding. I'm not gonna say 400 contracts every time one fair no ama under so sourcing because rules bi o ha baby edu no say ya nya ne ntama na so mampanya fa kwan bi so am pesi kan ya nya ne ntama ye bedi agro na o mampanya de ene konwa so bio na unim o mampanya se ya ne mo ye nyina no so ni ho a de oba no unim na unim no enti ade a wo ye no ye nyina ye gu achi no ye sua afri ne ho enti se time na eni ho no enti no so betumi aye 44% pe in so source na sa rose no enko so nya adwuma eno ene ya sha ase a ye ho adwuma no until say ye nuanom say omo de so source ne kra no omo de omo nti ase nti omo da dane twa apia na omo sorry a omo twa radio to radio, TV to TV. But the main point I'm making is say the big push has come to stay. The big push has come to solve a problem. And the problem is that they resolve the gap between the Western world road infrastructure and that of Ghana. And I think say you mo mpanya kwanya no koso aye de oye na big push enu 2028 no mo mpanya kate ye fa say commission project. And no na ye nuanom empesa mo behu.
All right. And wait a quick one answer na meko isafu seni so no. So we minority for no concerns or more raise here. Say it's not just about the source in Nkwa, but omo pay details of contractors now. Womunya the privilege or the opportunity to assess source in here can once a me. And then kilometer be a be at the unit cost. Is it more to demand?
Minua, I say Ghana man, Yadimra, and a Yajuma. Yadimra is share or mine. Yadimra and a Yajuma. What's up information? You say you pass it right information bill.
Sure.
Information be na pay winya. Information be na pay winya. Na wonim, the time we can say quarter on one man. Nipa no, omo fa evidence e kire say omo ko make request. I am farmer omo. And then number 1 question obi amusa e. So omo pay information. About the unit cost per per kilometer.
Yeah.
Almost on per the number, the names and the details
Details
of
of contractors.
Some per information. Is it hard to give? Have they requested for it? So if they've requested for it, they should let us know. Because nkofo mutie nyina me nyini say obi ahu but obi ahu so a ene opan cassette efie mu ha obetimi de akere say omo make a request to the ministry and omo sanka ye na omo sanka ya adet na omo sanka ye and is the ministry going to the right procedure to furnish you with all the details that you've requested for? And I think say we nya dey say discuss it because right information act no e ma wakonya said information bia ope biara the ministry or the agencies should furnish you with the information.
Medas. Honorable Stephen Donko, a former parliamentary candidate for Baby and Yasu Bekwai, NDC. And no abon komo. Nankomo bon muana. Yera Yisa Fusini, Western Regional Director of Communications, NPP. Abeka Yensa. Is a machibu.
Mijo Sumina.
And command that when you say we dear. Dia unia atremu die Stephen Donko atremu die details are more pain na no so edu ade amamu nti bibia boko na sa de no kra mutumu ye bi
mamandi kan enchia ona menchia etiefo nyina na menchia ya party leadership at the headquarters na memfa enchia nemu eyehwam Edema, your flag bearer, His Excellency Dr. Alhaji Muhammad Bawumia. Bibia or Biano, Yami, Onshran, na Oman Adwin. No Oman Ahwanden Pa. Na 2028. Yami, Eya Duma, you ever call elections, no? Na Wabaya, the president of this country. And so obisa anu ya metum medama on day minu eti ha ono oka rules ho asam oka de omoye de omoguso omoye na big push de bia obaba ya ade kase wa Ghana oya ade wonwa ebi ensi da wa Ghana. Big push. Ma me back Canada road construction enya ade foforo Ghana had it.
That's right.
Now every president, even a military regime, one hour mobile or mobile two aban gui no. Or mo nyina to mo road construction Ghana. So road construction is not a new thing. The only debate our MPP na NDC no mo there. One no rules do esen the aban and I say aban awabase no kono ono no debate aye but onya adefo fra aban bia ye bi da. But you see the debate of the rules, we are not here to debate big push whether it's pushing or it's pulling. Onya ono no issue no. The issue the minority is raising eye katahihye proye ewi a ekoso ewa road sector na ye opede wo push wo de hye wo de hye kwan ho there because omu eye road nti yambo nsememon ba krono na ekoso no ma yanka ho asam
krono koso
na me ba kire ma ohu se krono a ekoso daylight robbery a ekoso wo hodmo obi sa question first one na question na obi say ne there so source no say na yensu ye bi.
And according to Stephen Donko,
yes.
Did you say what can what?
Yes. And to say so source in the yebi. Meaning very lucky on my part and your part. Also your auditor. Now on one can say auditors no. And him say in procurement process no. So sourcing is part. On him. There say a procurement. So sourcing is one of them. The reason of so sourcing no ewo ho. Nti sa obi to hold mo na 2024 or person obedi president nti obaka che so sourcing no uya eya krono na o person uya Ghana nti no oye so sourcing. Because there is no emergency urban road projects
yani emergency wo hodom a obetumi ada reason allocate contract edama obi for so source na odi nkomo no so enam say NDC propaganda na nsama omu ka ade bia omu nka na quarantine or say 100% of road projects aye wa Ghana ha nyina so source under NPP government dam na okan na nkasa so nim say ma okan no anya na kwaro so no roka at the time na Sami Gemfiu onam radio station to radio station TV station to TV station air projection ehye nkofa ahorba de omu ya ewifu na so source no omu ya kro no omu US ka Ghana mine sika no na menu ni Ghana ha dia and that time no crampo want to me anka there na 100% of the full source this projects near so sourcing. He was talking about 30% 40% of the projects. In any case or no ote hodosaso dintro atre there projects na no omo ye ni nyina and 40% is so sourcing. And I'm say o minister kwagina parliament edin trochere parliaments no parliamentarians no so uti how so ka the same thing. But total number of roles award no our public your friend say omodi chain in there 107 projects. The omo publishing 107 projects. Into 100 out of 107 projects. Now we are about 83 of them being so sourcing. How do you aggregate 83 out of 107 projects? Ekatem say 44%. Mpoto o mathematics teacher no seriously when you good kura. And then the road minister himself. No enam say projects now modema we from then po one of that information or a
First state.
Is that
First state as I'm okay.
No, I'm talking of the journalist fourth estate. Fourth estate for our publishing, you know. And I'm saying I don't know whether he was aware that they've gotten that document. For this 107 projects now na minister nya aware. So he went to parliament to tell parliamentarians there only 44% of the projects are so sourcing. So if you know they are so sourcing ya Ade or ya Adepa, now you have something to justify. Why are you hiding the percentage? Why are you not telling Ghanaians the truth? They're okay, fine. 76% of the projects, you know, are so sourcing, but these are the reasons. No, parliament can catch up parliamentarians there, or 44%. Knowing very well that it was about 70% of so sourcing. And then projects now, you know, o calculate sika ya allocate ma every kilometer biano. Now o divide kilometers no by sika na ne o hon mo. 1 kilometer of road under the NDC government are only even asphalt. Sapiti in the feeder roads. One project, 1 kilometer, it costs about $1.2 million. $1.2 million under the NDC government. Meanwhile, under the MPP government, an asphalt road, 1 kilometer of road, it costs $550,000. So check $550,000. Only an asphalt overlay. Na feeder roads.
They can quota
no. Na ade oya feeder roads. Ono enya quota papa no. I cost a buying way about $1.2 million. The AF asphalt overlay cost $2 million. Kono be no. Na projects na yedema no. We are now even checking the backgrounds of the contracts na yedema no. Companies na award contracts na yedema no. The minority is checking the background of those companies. Some of them are party apparatchiks, party chairman, ne yedaman. Ebinumu party sponsor contractors. Ne yedamu just because almost sponsor NDC ma NDC for eba power nti ye cha esa iso omu nyina so ne yede inflated projects yedamu omu se omu nko no nkodi. Krono na ekoso wo hono na eba ka ho asam enya big push ayewa na road ban na enya Ghana hadi. Under the MPP government, if you have to talk about road, you can't even challenge. Even if you want, add NDC NDC 1, NDC 2. Nafa ka wa benya owo hono na emfa compare na adran kwa akufado no dwuma wo ye. Ewa even greater Accra ha. na mfa compare na nhwe de ho na oya edwuma kase enye ono na ebaka sisi a yebaka ono a menu e onya akunjo wo hantina wo because Nana Danko Akufo-Addo dwuma a woyɛ wo even greater Accra ha no alone should tell Ghanaians that this is the type of government that we need, even though his government was even truncated by certain emergency situation. Oya COVID-19 na oba ya nyina yinim say Ghana na problem wo ho. But despite that problem ni nyina Nana Danko Akufo-Addo constructed road sin any aban bia wa abasen ko. Nti anya onu na ebaba challenge sisia, but the chrono akata sisia proya ekoso wo the NDC aban mu sisia no na ebeka ho asam. Nti menu aman doje nkwa kai chance say kilometer of say na big push by say obaba boa dualization na dualization wo na we dualization na MPP government. NDC government omo no mo dualization na MPP government. Yeah baby, but my brother say Uba na onim say onya 4 years nka ho no 4 years didu a oyede ma ono only from now up to 2028. Please don't destroy the country before going. Because the ekosu no nyina na say President Mahama ehia say ono anka say in particular no on by contest president nti adebiala oya property wa Ghana ha no opedo allocated man anko na no ho na no kronis na omo ho no yan finance omo ye no obi anya ne de no mfa omo chega na japade no emfa nko. And that is what is happening. How can you award a road projects about 107 projects? 907 projects in nyina no 86 of them ade a wo hwa obi nanim wo de wo safata bra na baje wo safata bra baje wo safata bra baje, and you come to justify to us when you were campaigning in 2024 no o ma yete ase de source and there aban bia oba engage in source and bia no engage in krono nipa ne ba wi Ghana na wa ba o ba ye no basa say na ade na edo so wo se ma MPP phone kasa nti onye fourth estate no ko mo leak dam information de ba ya senka minister okwa brim ya no adu wo parliament na minim de parliament de ekwa kaka na kwaro ho because oya house of records na say minister to me nani eka gina parliamentarians ho mo edin trochire mo a then Ghana we are doomed. No obi antum nka hwe because you were majority. Obi antum nka bibia nkyere mo because enso na small. What's a me ya no mama obi anka. Ntimi sire de ekoso no na Danko Akufo-Addo de ono eka chende ono yeba kan ne dabi na me gidi say Ghana fo eba kan no sisi ableka say empo ukọ social media na Danko Akufo-Addo na pictures ne gede ebo social media ya kan ne say sana papa yo no papa ni papa. But NDC for painting a black, and everything NDC said in 2024 elections, you know, omo yellow differently. The same issues now omo criticize, you know, they are even doing worse. Omo you are no more over trouble be with Facebook, then they unless there are people to come and insult you, because Ghana you are torn my NDC. Intimania, you should be worried about the situation. Once you know auditing, you know numbers, and you can calculate, you should be worried about the situation. If they can award a contract from a year, look at Cape Coast, from a year, or more a big push, you know, from Winneba Junction to Mankasim, from Mankasim to Takra to Cape Coast, contractors are different, no. But from Cape Coast to Takra, the 3 contractors no more so. About 8.9 billion. Project now from Cape Coast to Takoradi 8.9 billion. Important calculate the kilometers. Not divided by the number. And you know the kind of corona wallabo ewodam area hodmo. Meanwhile, a compensation now if you come to Inchaban to Shama Junction. Demolition now some of the compensations were paid long ago. In your abandon way no oil then all to your compensation Emma demolition exercise no more no. Some of the properties now ewo hodmo I say omuntu emfi hodmo nyina no were paid long ago. So what accounts to this particular number say American wasame? Na wama ya tia say there mama yankasa because end is a 4 year at the Magana for. Nti mesre de ekoso no de MPP for de baka. because so some kura who say a boni, a chrono, a way of siphoning money from the Ghana coffers, you are doing the worst thing and we must expose you. And especially the numbers and the figures that are coming up. Now, a friend saying a document now, as a young corner inquiry than RTI. The right to information, a bill, no? You apply for information. Hey, Ghana, they are after the own information. Parliament say, "Entum free for idam information, no." So, fam mayan until you pay ya apply through ITI. Until you apply, but information need fam back. Is that what Ghana has reduced to? They me what power until me find information no more. Opia fam rakwan so na je. But this information is supposed to be on the public domain. It's supposed to be on your website. It's supposed to be at this Parliament House of Records. No one of the representation of the people. Parliament, they should have access to this information. You need not to apply for it. Now, that time, your power. No. How do you get to know the number of projects that were awarded? Was it through RTI? Parliament, because budget no read there. Now me know so carry was a budget no more reading the last budget about 13 billion was allocated, it was not used. And to them sika no eda so da ho. Me nua o ya auditor. Mr. O allocation ye my ministry na ministry na use na budget na then expire na read new budget. Does that old budget exist? You have to ask yourself. Does the old budget exist? Able to make it order ho into me kwa kofa ayu se bioba. Budget no say allocate man say ministry and to me and release sika na amount. Na time no ko na budget na expire na any new budget. That means sika na ye the more first one you cannot apply for it again. Which you are aware. The man and that way ya no mo ka say omo allocate sika bi to hold for Women's World Bank. Until sika na da ho until he has also allocated another one now. Until because of that, and they are now going to build a Women's World Bank. And that now model map myself on the date. Foundation where he found ya two or baby say see Women's World Bank. Until so kwa yo promises na after the promises na abro so na it's overwhelming. Now kofune tata wa man fa akwhwe and the other one biom. Can according to one. That should be the basis. So they can forgive you. But if you continue to lie to them, and at the end the lies expose you, they will not forgive you again. Until Mr. One. Sikabia and Dabia. Sikabia new honumwa yadbaka hu. Sikabia and Dabia yad to hodmwa. Yakada old budget and all hodmo. Why didn't you even release it in the first place? Ya budget to ho. Said the eba ya yabako share revenue. Sika. Yebatuma ejiji wa amanfo hodmo oil revenue no osua na de tuaka nsika ni hodmo ya ntua. It means that the last budget ni yantumi amfoforo dam nyama nyina because na eniska 11 billion na okade omotu ya sika edema contractors no. You were here, contractors ni biba social media and then even your traditional media 89 said they haven't received any money, and you are here telling us that them no get ya omuma contractors no hu chiri one. Contractors ne pi wo hodma omuti wo radio so say minister na say ya tue sika de amomo ama wona omudi omuka nyina eba say omo ba abaje omusika mi wa sika bia ambaka omunsa nti uti ha no see 11 billion has been paid to the contractors. You are inciting the people to go and collect their money from the contractors, and you are not doing them good. Don't propaganda na embo contractors no. President Muhammad the same thing occur around say na say ya occur na friends also about the tour
researching
tour ya occur na say ya occur gina ka chai nkofo the contractors no they should be fast na sika ta ho sika da ministry ho mo wi a o mbatu o muka na o mampanyi bagina ho akadem asama ekira contractors there sika ta ho mo na ta ho mo e bande na other payment no want me anye. Is it that you are Bruno Sikano would go a Bank of Ghana? Na amanfo hu chiri o mo contractors o mo ye o mo dwuma wie o mo raise certificate. One twenty o muka. But also we die Sikano ta ho mo ye no mbaje. Sikano wa hi. minister. Na no year Minister of Finance back at there. Even a year 25 year na 2026 they come here. They borrow to even pay salary. $17 million or so that they went and borrow to pay salaries. Now President Bakati says Canada 50 billion now we allocations no Canada ho into contractors in yan tam no mbra no mbajo musika. How do you reconcile these things? How do you reconcile the Minister of Finance or no more to the point the President no catch a garden one on what to hold say the reason why Minister of Finance and Bakansa on Bakaya Hunde there Sikano or the officer or signing documents and said they be about your contractors in a car. so you don't get it. Me to my knowledge from a Daboasi Junction, Takrade, from Daboasi Junction to Takrade, omuya demolition exercise in England, no. Kono Kwasha project, no, who a correspondent, I think, Apia Dankwa. Mpoto, one friend, no more report about that particular project. If honey a fusisia contract any site. Omo demolition amount for buildings, say Gugu Honumu, contract and coy. President Mahama so say. Omu sika ne ta hold mo nti omu ye no mbaje omu sika. Why are you deceiving Ghanaians? Nti misre mu ma na kwadie enye adwuma na Ghana fo hu say ma mu ye no ebia mu ye for the good of this country. But de bia mu di ntro ba power na se wo sa so edi ntro abra wo power bioma na chere ni die no wan fa ma Ghana fo. Nti misra wan. Ade bia la wo ho bia won kan che Ghana na ehu. Na nhwe say be support one ya support one sika ni hono mu a ye betumi ayantuboa na ya support say sika so e wo hono mu because na say ya man hu there o mo activate the borrowing what do you call it borrowing light no say o mo ko adwaman so na o mo asan ko bobosa e da ba na o mo abaye adwuma no me je say aban we ka de o mo ba mo bobosa but na anu yara finance minister san so activate o mo ko akogi bosa fi yenfa na o ma da support your economy no. That is the kind of government we are having to deceit and lies. Because Nana Danko Akufo-Addo, and I say, Mahama Nankasano, there be a kind say, or no, or bad Mahama 1 by you. Now this is Mahama 2. Now Mahama 2 is not different from Mahama 1. Because Mahama there or no bad, the Ekos Wagana no, and see, Minya, there is nothing in this government that we can say there, are buying way there, or you know, why, we say by 2028, people will they'll start commissioning the rules and they'll start making sure they will we hope and pray that 2028, you know, because Mahama Pede or commission rules na answer no oko until na almost so no, that's the reason. Okay, and the reason na oma no. Until Mahama did say or no okwa. And yadia and say Abamba take over. So he's in hurry. Said the Ebaya over completing the project and son or because
now you say why don't you also say Bia or yeah for the next election so the big so I solicited for Ghana for vote.
Abembi no oye ni juma obetumi aye juma na nyina before the next election. Abembi no. Because that is why what kind of governance is continuous.
W. Maybe then an American says, so say, Ushemua, Saint Tia or pray no home air and say, when you say the next election, NDC, ebe kwame MPP aba, and to no person or no commission, and San Wako. And America say, nada than so, and yes say. The next election na wo dwene ho say opese nru no na wa ye wie into Ghana for work campaign a NDC can stand on something.
Nana, the issue here is, do you believe the Mahama opera NDC for 2 years?
One day mini na dwene munti but me assure
the reason why I maybe said that, do you believe in it there the oye Bama Ghana for Santo Ababa NDC, because you see the oye say Mahama is just waving Ghanaians there bye-bye to whatever he's doing because he doesn't even care what is happening to Ghanaian people. Mama tell the reason why Mama tell the reason why Mahama ne amambu a obey no unti say teacher so and I won't unti the nurses for eso unti ya dwanfo na okan in 2015 no also ono dwanfo na onte on second bia obodi twa na enka no ono ne bi no exhibit to say Ghanaian workers are not his priority. Secondly, osanso pa yi nzama oye Ghana for pam no in 2016 no oguso ye one, he has given the concession of some of the minerals to his brother. Obia no say family and friends in Yano. Nde his own brother is owning a lot of concession in this country. Project bia oye papa bia e komana no brother. Unim daman a mining. Send brother a take over. Unim black voter. Send brother a take over. So unim friends a Sankofa mines. Send brother a take over. So all these things, do you think the Ghanaians will look at all these things and still vote for NDC government? Do you think Ghanaians don't think? Sorry. Yangunum kwechirana. Yanim the oye fema Ghana fana. And then suddenly, the only businessman that suffices in this country is Ole Ibrahim Mahama. Suddenly, why is it that President Mahama Nkuti or no bar? You remember the concession? I signed the man Ibrahim Mahama Abraham Wumba power in 2016. No. Boxside, no. Or no, you the Magana for one in there, Papa. And you know about the president too. Assignments now, oh yeah, on complete, no, about complete. Ghana for NTA. No more to about the man, or by no, on them the honor air close side, or close to Hodmunity, why you black voter, or the Abano. Why J. F. Sankofa mines or the Amano. That man is also going. What the man also till dates. The transaction process is not transparent. And you think Ghanaians will vote for this man? He knew he's going. Until my mum muhuna munkotina ho. Munkotina ho no ma dembe didie ombomi. Right. Until me and this is they are preparing to go. And when they are preparing to go, we need to give them a check. Say the every year omun sisa Ghana gapadene yeda emfa nkofie.
But that's it. All right, so we're done about 9 on the dot live on OK 101.7 FM. Aha, Ade Akye Abia weekend edition. Fire Tin Kenya Isa Hussein, Western Regional Director of Communications NPP. Stephen Donko Ewa, former parliamentary candidate for Baby and Yasu Bekwai. Stephen Minim, what you want to baby? The Banam Petan can call commercial break into sober.
Every go come by when your time, baby. Are you?
Meaning, and a advisor to former vice president. Now the candidate for MPP. But me on is in this country, baby.
Hey.
Oh no, I'm telling you the truth. Say papa yotie. So no power no advisor to Baumia. Ono special advisor, political advisor power to Baumia. Baumia this can on fashion baby. On fa koye fool. I'm telling you. Because on your tail can one. Ye go school no. Ye won ko mienu. Ba kon osua de pa ono fa buko osua de bebre. Ba on te hwe ase. To be se be try exams na wie no. Se wonya E a na onya F. Sankofo no ho. Ene o mo so on fa buko na omo kan no omo usua. Eno so ho. Papa yotie me gidi se we sankofo na omo kan but omo usua. Because some aka na nyina kire se ida so on te Ghana ha. Anade kan nyina no enko na som. Two options. Ena be ma no. Because tie de o kana. Ena mama belu su aba, ena ye nwini aba, ena yenye ready. Oh, sa recycled things na. Omo ka to Ghana for adwuni mu. Way back in 2016 no. Ena wasan kai. Oba no wakai yo, wakai the same thing. Ena be kan dey say ah. It was o ma twra ma no. Say ye de andis ba ban mu a. Say na before ye de ye. It was wasan recycle no san de ba. No wonder say was say one take that say Ministry for Roads and Highways etua contractors eka. Was so one take that. Was so one take was entua scrap e mo.
No man can.
Na contractors kra no e complain so mo sanka ska. This platform. But don't misquote.
Man can say,
one of the biggest platforms.
And that is not what I said. So go to me well.
Okay, wait there for the benefit or the doubt.
Man can say.
But
me say, and this is for so about your contractors in the car. I'm a contractors never out back there, or more receive scabia. Until I get a me can a menti.
It was
me say, Mahama can say,
it was not
no mobile, no muka say, Yanti or Mukanti, and the press and the two contractors.
There be the best man can make it. You are here to represent a political party. MPP. So are you telling me, say, wow, you have no idea till you have no idea as to whether payment has gone through. When you only any idea? Exactly, which you don't know. What you cry, you wouldn't say it. As I can say contractors complain. And I'm telling you, sir, payment has been made to contractors.
Are you working there?
This platform.
Do you work at finance?
One of the biggest platforms are Ubenya Ghana. And you can even call the chairman of the contractors association, whatever. Call them to confirm, sir, payment has gone through. What am I say? And two people can someone can where friends are into a can what it was a media. So I don't know the baby person who can do. And when I know the uncle that I'm say, so when now we advisor to Bahomia, Mr. Rano, uncle do you this kind of do a bro, and I say tomatoes grass, uncle do you be obedience cow because do it here over Hano. Minia, sound of away. A bus recycle things are here. You buy no, and I say you buy audit for payment and microphone a request. You Friday be IPCs, interim payment certificates. So we are Juma, we are contractor, we are Juma. Now we stage of completion. We are. As so we issue a certificate for payment. When him say, I to force central one say no for ye diagra. You bet you escape kra sabi. Na kesa ke etua. Unia ye koya audit na koya no. Enya just Ghana audit service na koya yo. Over the whole world within the audit fraternity no. You are different the big four auditing firms. Back on KPMG, minsa wonu mo. Back on PwC, Price Waterhouse Coopers. Back on Ernst and Young, EY, EY. What's that? And they all Deloitte and Touche. What's that? Now out of these 4 big firms, you know, you engage 2, PwC and Ernst and Young. So mon koya audit. Mon mayen check say, nkrofo invest on dia bay. Almost into is it right for us to make the payment? Koya audit we no. More than 8.1 billion Ghana cedis and they are rejected. 8.1 billion. Within the road sector, 4.4 billion Ghana cedis. Okay, go to where I make a sika yet traded out. And I'm sign invest there. About being for payment. Some for you. I'm opposition.
Yeah, double payment.
Exactly. And I'm saying recycle payment.
It's not even true.
It's just my
name. This is the platform. You don't come here and say what is in your head.
I'll respond. So
but you come here to say what is the reality. Because Obi Awotie, okay, FMBA, no. I am Crawford, Sabi President.
Until I say, you are playing the platform once you are lying.
As we speak right now, as we speak right now, Parliament committee, even just I think Thursday or Wednesday, almost for Rose and Highways, almost former director for finance. The interview no. And two people like say, and then means you don't know what you are even talking about. And there is a payment of, bro, me say, I didn't hear kind of a critical issue because the okay, and almost see into Monte and about the Otsi, no. I am Crawford now, on the payment, I recycle bar, or Monte Mocano. Because you try and can have 2 skagu, 8.1 billion or so on your way. Because me say, Abia on check it, or also on follow news ahead. Now, what's I make issue do her? Say, Ibrahim Mahama, when it comes to an individual doing his business, I don't, me politics and come also. As I say, Obi to say, Yeura, Kwame despite nimdie ne nyansa ne adwuna papa no wo a obetumi aboa ama ma Ghana afa ntuma pafra no. We need such people. Na yam wana Ghana nko nanim. Osa meka no hasa.
You see?
You have obia wa bobra. Wa bobra. Enya say brabon kitinkiti o. Wa bobra nkasa. And let me tell you, in the whole of West Africa, what's here? Ombo bibinia, oya mine and also say Ibrahim Mahama. And what's here? Okay, issue about concessions. I hear the Ibrahim Mahama. And let me tell you, and this is on fact. This is a fact, and it's on records. Black voter. If you are not on that, if you are no information that. But Metia and we did this Stephen Donkono. Winning this information, as I can be about one thing. But there is Obronia now or no pushing for Black water project. Black water is there already. Azuma. So Azuma said never can. And they wanted to even sell to the man. Okay. Sally Pan American answer no. I was the advisor to the man, financial advisor. And he's from Australia. I don't make a happy in MPP time. Black voter assembly online. Now go check the Black voter case. Say shall say end is 2025. Metra and cancel my enemy. Black voter assembly. And yet never shall say I check during the time of MPP. And I shall say for no. Omo yap and now say Ibrahim Mahama. Omo shall say nyene. It's obi like I say. And I know chia mama buy and other Black voter akoma Ibrahim Mahama. My brother. Don't sit on this platform. Now I'm be trying to throw and I can't say my enemy. Was I can say you are say that my mind. Last week there was a communique from the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources. Have you seen it? Oh yeah. One, but what say you the Damai am Ibrahim Mahama? It means you don't even know what is happening. Who my DSC? Mr. Falfono. Now go check the AC. What am I say? Now my brother Ibrahim Mahama, on your small businessman. Ibrahim Mahama, you be a 77 predia. Aka of Nigeria can Nigeria for common Ibrahim Mahama, you obia, Sanka or Togo and common Ibrahim Mahama, on your small businessman. What must I say? Ibrahim Mahama is a business magnate, and he has been in the gold business for quite a long time. Me have service here, no? Now me had more takwa. I don't fire. Then fire suppression. All the mining companies on dump trucks, excavators, dozers. That's the kind of work we're doing. And I'm telling you, sir, Ibrahim Mahama has been mining for gold fields for a long time. It's who crop the Western region. That's how put on him the making now. But Yasmo, and no better her. And then some new now the Papa so. Oh, but when him, yeah, politics now. Remember, I am for individual business owners. Me say Ghana every year we need to control, and in fact, because we need that Ghanaians have to control the critical sectors of the economy. Anytime mobile, the banking sector are a driving finance in this country. We Ghana for enough room, and now it is being owned by foreigners. Okay, so about mining now, Ghana has been mining since 16 something. If you be any, matrata kwa Ghana mining, yeah, shall say 16 something, and you 2 hours in there. But I say Ghana new bank. And no what's that? Nimidien say what they mining, big mining now Ghana. Eti nyame adom na ye nya obi say Ibrahim Mahama na obi PM ewo ye kuro yi mu a. Ade say can say oluma ye da wase. Papa nyame shiraw say obi pia. Because we need such people to control the space. Look at what is here for despite or control space. And we need a lot of such people. But yametra emetu futu nkrofo ani because we want to win power. My brother, power ne there. And I'm a catcher no so na we advisor to Baumia. Mesra no bibia ni was asbe bro. Mfa no kwankoye bro and tomatoes because odi wachi a what here 38 in kwadoson. Odi agro 21 and be coffee.
Thank you. So for we done about 12 minutes into 9. Ade Akye Abia live on OK 101.7 FM sini. It's a so be ma kwa mama Ade Abia fon krato yaba.
Betuma akwaba.
Right. And Yakwaba na Yababa behwe. Still on the big push. Ebia and someone Stephen can ye. Isa ewo rebattles bia. Then we will move to Yamya Domama. President John Dramani Mahama and Namonwa Mampinida dan another dan Kwekufado 2 year. Ewo UN regarding reparation no. Said you voting na kwasrama UN majority agya to me say the course no. Slave trade na enye kra na yɛkɔ ne aba bebisa. So beyond the voting, what does Ghana in particular and Africa as a whole stands to gain? What positive collateral effect? This and many more after this.
01.7.
Efira, me mwachi o Efira. Yes on.
Machi o Efira. Efira me chia wonye so.
Hey, Ewra, enfase mam so. What? E ba force chia me. Mo yam no.
Won so pepe.
Hey, oh, wa fi. We dia me pese oni fi Ewra bekon. Efira we dia ye kwa sori abo. Ewra de. Mo kwa sori. Ye papa ye. Ewra de ka soro ho a. What? E be se wo ba hwa wa kraba kompo wunya. Onipa da sane timi koto this way chocolate drink. No ne yire ne mma edi nsuo hie twabia nom anopa. No wi a wasade bia hye fridge mu. Wo mako school pon a wasan ba be yi anom. Enu mpore se ne nka ne twaso mu pa ende ye rekore. Ne fie wura beti ha. Anopa dio, ewia dio, enumre dia mo no makodew. Mo mame na mu wi a ma soro akotra so ndem se ye kosum ya.
Mesi na dia ya late nso miyanki kabinje Efira ye wi a yakosere bo fache. Ke Efira, wuti fia se light bill no water bill ba wuntua bi. Wo bo se sika na fa koto this way chocolate drink. Na ba nom.
Hwe me catch you play nya play fa. Say this way chocolate drink no. Metumi ato bi pa na so na me so mo ahwe wate. E de me hia ne nsuohie. Na nsuohie so me ntoi. Se me bufu a betumi ato bag mu a wate. Ye Efira we nko ade ma abunfu. Me koto mi hwe.
Efira fi de ya bre ma abunfu bi.
Munyam sumponie. Munyam sumponie. Na mo ba ye trimodefo.
FGA agi ejwedie nkrato yi atom.
Kwame, me ya omwa o. Me ba panyinu kane no oni made pa. Na so na se bua no obon. Me dwene ho amenti ase.
Na so we dey simple kra. Fanuko White Stone Dental and Eye Care. Na yen checking anima no.
Oh, jai samani abrewate. Me ba bona me ka asma chwas me faniko Eye Care clinic.
Na wonnim se enkwada bi wo no mo a. Wo de sua enko yie nyina no efi wani. Akwada bi wo a abra teacher ni kira de no. Won hu ade ni yi. So wo tie anima na so wo tie akire. E ba ne sa. Fanabra White Stone Dental and Eye Care. Ni nya nhwehwemu mfa nani no ho. Oha bia entam so yewe ni asia no ama no.
Ayampa o. Na sekro ni yade no eba emonka ye. Wadwe se bibia ye fine. Wo be ko na bibia ka echi na wani sei. Na sekro masate se wono momoja broso na esiche yade no. Aya na momoni yade pa.
Sapepepe. Onipa bia kra no afimu wankwa check up awani ho kra no. Enyem prenu. White Stone Dental and Eye Clinic say fa wono wabusua nyina. Ebra na yenya hwehwemu emfa mani ene mo se ho. Oho bia no ye behwe na asia no e de amamo. Ye wo abafun fidie ultra modern diagnostic machines ahodo a ye de yesa nhwehmu no. Ye dwuma efon so de. Wani wote entuba ye beje ofel so. White Stone Dental and Eye Care e wo East Legon. Ye be MTN office kese no. Free was 024-225-1983 and 024-045-2992. White Stone Dental and Eye Care. Wenni ano kania.
Okay FM 101.7. Okay FM 101.7.
Yamenu Ejaba boni di adwa ma wubi. Eti yamenu afa hin na mahwie fufuo ti ase dada minya wofo yi. Papa so ba fie ni anwie fufuo ya asamu aba. Na so oben wadi fufuo edi mpreni ne mpresa da kro. Ba ye di ni ahwie fufuo a akwade wonwane.
Adwa mo adwuma. Se me ne fie adwuma di mini. Fufuo kakra ba o medie no. Eno to me twama da pasa. Aso wo kan na matiri nyira.
What na make am meboa.
Ebo de odi komum. Na se sia de obra to otwa. Fufuo ai wo wodwo pam. Na wo ma siu na wo timu aba. Na wo sadade na wo timfra kwada ne nyina tuatwa make say ya needful sadaroma wo bia mani ye pa ya wa ya mbode fufuo ne mankani fufuo a wa ne powder wo de gu da kama ya fra no needful fufuo a
enya no bi na masori ba ntilizi kama me di ye yo
se bia
ma me hwe oh bia needful fufuo a ye kama say bode fufuo ne mankani fufuo papa bi na wo ka say twan eposim na ede na me se wo kan so ancho simanu mpe no wa wie wo hie wo kwa papa bi aguso
be chese de ama mani kura agisa ne fufufura ho amam ko tobi kura ba ne se de Ghana fo sipom fufuro no eno an wo ye nu enti se wo hwa fufue won pam wodom ne we nu a wo ho susuna bia wom wo nso de bode ne mankani fufuro papa bi
ejanie eni afi na fufuo na afi na wo bedi pa ne se de wo bedi ne se ne wo fa mojaduro ano pawia ne anadwo a wo koda
need fufura e wo wufi a eni gye nko a
FGA agi ejwedie nkrato yi atom.
Something big is coming.
Easter, on the 2nd April, 5th April. Oh, you where is the carnival? Where is the carnival? Go, where is the oh, Pierre, look, never fair. Artist, our Sabini, Kofi Kinata, it is finished. Kwame Eugene, What happened to one central constituency? Yes, our Christian, and the culture no one dance. Provision wonderful. And you participate from the one you said. You are never be a vehicle. You are no agency. Yes, mana. Whenever you point and kill, a simple perfume, 5-star shitolo. Obey a wonderful experience. May you share. Come where a crumb or sit 24 hours. May you share with faith in way. And you or sit. From where is the carnival? Very empty. Family and Sarah have been A-plan. Lancaster Washington Jumetio. It's Walasha. However, despite media, ably sponsored by Hot Way. Hot Way. Twitter is the WhatsApp 053-404-9996. May share. No come where a crumb for energy no bra. Let's meet at the center. A new family bra. A feast. Little bit say I think for friend. Come where is the
Kwame, me ya umwao. Me ba penyu no kane no animade pa. Na so nan se boa no obon. Me dwene ho amenti ase.
Na so we dey simple gra. Fa no ko White Stone Dental and Eye Care. Na yen checking anima no.
Oh, jai samani abrewate. Me ba bo na me ka asmacho asme fa ne ko Eye Care clinic.
Na wonnim se enkwada bi wo no mo a. Wo de sua enkoyie nyina no efi wani. Akwada bi wo a abra teacher ni kyira de no. Won hu ade ni yi. So wo tie anima na so wo tie akire. E ba ne sa. Fa no bra White Stone Dental and Eye Care. Ni nya nhwehwemu mfa ne ni no. Oha bia entam se bewe ni asia no ama no.
Ayampa o. Na sekro ni yade no eba emonka ye. Wadwe ye o se bibia ye fine. Wo be ko na bibia ka echi na wani sei. Na sekro masate se wono momoja broso na esiche yade no. Aya na momoni yade pa.
Sabe pepe. Onipa bia kra no afimu wankwa check up awani ho kra no. Enyem prenu. White Stone Dental and Eye Clinic say. Fa wo no wabusua nyina. Ebra ni enya hwehwemu emfa mani ene mo se ho. Oho bia no ye behwe ni asia no e de amamo. Ye wo abafu mfidie ultra modern diagnostic machines ahodo a ye de ye san hwehwemu no. Ye dwuma efo nso de. Wani wote enti uba ye beje o fel so. White Stone Dental and Eye Care e wo East Legon. Ye be MTN office kese no. Free was 024-225-1983 and 024-045-2992. White Stone Dental and Eye Care. Wenni eno kania.
Yamenu Ejababoni di adwa ma wubi. Eti yamenu afahin na mahie fufuo ti ase dada minya wofo yi. Papa so ba fie ni anwie fufuo ya asamu aba. Na so oben wadi fufuo edi mpreni ne mpresa da kro. Beye de ni ahie fufuo a. Akode wonwane.
Adwa mo adwuma. Sa me ne fie adwuma de mini. Fufuo kakra ba o medie no. Eno to me twama da pasa. Aso wo kan na matiri nyira.
What you na make am meboa.
Ebo de odi komum. Na sese ade obra to otwa. Fufuo ai wono wodwo pam. Na wo ma asiu na wotimu aba na wo sadade na wo temfra akode ne nyina to atwa. Make say ya needful sadaroma. Wo bia mani ye pa. Ya wa yam body fufuo ne mankani fufuo a. Wa ne powder. Wo de gu da kam kama ya yefra no. Needful fufuo a.
Enya no bi na masori ba ntilizi kama me di ye yo.
Sese bia.
Ma me hwe. Oh, bia. Needful fufuo a eye kama say. Body fufuo ne mankani fufuo papa bi na wo ka say twan eposim na ede na me so ka so ento. Simanu be no wa wie no ahie wo kwa papa bi aguso.
Be chese de ama mani kura agisa needful fufuo a ho ama me ko tobi kura ba ne say. Se de Ghana for sipom fufuo no. Eno an wo ye nu. Enti se wo hwa fufuo won pam wo drom ne we nu a. Wo ho susuna bia wom. Wo so de body ne mankani fufuo papa bi.
Ejenie eni afi na fufuo na afi na wo bedi pa ne se de wo bedi ne sanya wo fa mojaduro. Ano pawia ne anadwo a wo koda.
Need fufuo a e wo wo fi a eni gye nko a.
FGA Ade Akye Abia nkratoi atum. Okay FM 101.7.
Alright, abusa for ya mama kwaba. Don kwaba pounds media ni 22 into 9 live on OK 101.7. Ade Akye Abia weekend edition. Yo, Abia for me, young Wakwaba. Isana or say,
Mama, Minuane allegations, baby. He seems to understand everything, and including payments and vouchers. He hasn't provided anything. But on no catch him say me nigga na hanti because payment yampa me aware. I am not at the Ministry of Finance, but I listen to those who have been alleged by your government there that muko for no yetua omoka. Nti sa nya me na metua ka na me Ministry of Finance. But obia ese yetua sika ne de mano no. Ese ne pakuna acknowledge the yetua sika e de amano. Nti ne pakuna ka kyerem say wa gisika. Metie dam news ne wa Peace FM ama wa frɛ obia no your contractors no one of the contractors no say they should stop making those allegations on radio stations because omunya pressure. And pressure no come from those creditors omuko ginyama free dam kofo no nkyɛn no. I didn't say it. Nti say ote ha seems to know everything about the government. And you say there yetua omuka na omo and receive payment. It's also no. Nti mean didn't change bebre, but those who have been not because this government there, are aware of how they operate. Na, until a friend saying, if you had a and this for catcher and say, Omatua cocoa farmers, and I want it. Now, cocoa farmers have they received the money?
Wadaroma, Alavanyone in Kunya. Conflict na isi wono mentimi wanse no moncha me 5 minutes ma ya nhwa no pay situation na me sanso ma back here.
Okay, obi line no say wa. Oh sorry. Then
me na back here na ya to aso. Kwabna njo aje go. All right, so yes, I was about studio.
Until na me ekano na me bi sese cocoa farmers yente ha na ya ka say president Mahama see ya releases ka say omunko how many months ni they are releases ka ba cocoa farmers into ya tua omuka ama me betina UTV wo station ha UTV na me ka on the cocoa farmers obi an san ka ne sika me ti o producer ne ka say cocoa board for air free in say nkomo ba act to what I've said because they have paid cocoa farmers. Me feel one more pay na yekotakwa na everywhere they are telling us that they've not received payment. So aban we catch us with your car or your paper so. Until you say me ha na mo bom tinu ka de cocoa farmers contractors yantwe omoka. There was evidence.
Na say
me mama sanso nka
na say asama okay.
Me
Mama say you have
people have records of deceiving people.
No, it's not records.
The record is there.
But
example,
no, when it comes to cocoa payment, it means you don't understand.
Oh, okay. Bibia Matiasi. Who the what Bibia say cocoa farm?
Treasury manager.
Who ya Bibia finance no so people dey.
Bibia. Cocoa board. And just come for that. Cocoa doesn't make payment.
Me cocoa growing areas.
Cocoa board pays money to LBC. Oh no, what are you talking about? I'm telling you how it is run.
LBC no. You don't want to see LBC be any one more receive payment.
What are you talking about?
What am I talking about? I'm telling you this. You're telling me.
I spoke to.
Oh, why are you arguing with me?
Finance directors of LBCs. I'm telling you, and they've confirmed that they've received those payments. The says can I
you see? Go
and check it.
Oh, see, when you lie yourself, you are way to power. You lie and you have received. Mama, make my point. When you were talking, I was quiet. When you were talking, I was quiet. And to me, but who? But cocoa farmers receive more payment. So, who nim dia one nyina no. Poto mamkasa.
Now we try kasa na you.
Mamkasa poto. E kasa na mo hade.
But me
kasa na mo ha poto.
Me tra ma won twantro.
Okay, say na be no ha.
No, like me tra ma won twantro.
And na me patch ye no say wa.
That's not how it is.
No, or patch say ono so kasa no odin tra mbem.
Dabi o me try
and
how
it is done. And okay ni nyina so na odi no ono na me yi no one because na me te ho
Cocoa
na me jot da
just come akuafo ebi si da Cocoa on just come akuafo direct ebi si da
on say on pin ma menka
kasa me too
because ntra odi no ono na me jot go paper so a me respond no you can equally do same but man can tell say on ti ha na me ntra odi bebre ni nyina na me be ma
ntra be na me di
and to the kasa no can man kasa you see he seems to know everything in this country and he's the knowledgeable person in the whole world what way wa fanyansa o Ghana ha nyina bonobu nti o kasa say minti asempo how what your cocoa farmers mpoto how do they pay cocoa farmers does it go through hell
that be
but say does it go through that process because a cocoa farmer no if last 2 months President Mahama na last month President Mahama kete omo say ya release payment say omo nko no nko ti omo ka mpocho does it take 1 year na mimi ntiase na cocoa farmer na oto ho no say on receive the payment no akete say ne sa nka ne sika no say mimom na me ntiase cocoa farmer na ntiase ya tue ne ka ono no ntiase what kind of logic is that and you tell me that you onim bibia me na me nti bibia ase.
Another point now that we're raising is the government does not pay the cocoa farmer directly.
No, I didn't say that. Did I say so?
Okay.
It must have Mrs. Makadama. Mama can the cocoa farmer and san can sika. And the process I wanted to cocoa farmers of Amahube. Nana, what you way nasa oh ya cocoa farmer. No to cocoa, no sanka sika. Process I had to of Amahube.
So
Nine Osabaka sika. Mama respond to this one. Osanso Kade, Ibrahim Mahama is the person who has risen from this particular area. Not remember part there. Maybe it's a simple question. Mpoto Brian, at some point, Ghana, and that's why
Ghanaian.
Or a successful businessman. Mibwa. Mpoto, Bonnie a Brian, at some point, yeah, Yachina Bosu. 2024. Yachina Bosu to the point to put a papa no aja ahomti na nankasa say wa withdraw from the bid na ono ankasa ekoye no ono no dia no was a bid no
for
the hotels na
senate dia
no obidi o no wini enye dey so sourcing na asam fee ben na yan kan fa no ho no onye Ghana ni onye businessman onye successful businessman ono ya building a enye but when it comes to Ibrahim Mahama ono the young building na mfa Ghana resources na function nsa because obi adu ho no mo baka ho asa
individual businessmen entrepreneurs free
exactly but they came after our businessman in this country.
All right.
So when we are saying this, there is a record. They have no gut to tell Ghanaians there. The when you're a successful businessman, when you're a successful businessman.
God being so good, you and Akwatuaba.
Nana, banking sector, I'm for no way.
Hey.
Okay. Because all interject me be brave, my response to the crime for me to me respond.
Na me chira wase.
Banking me nyo teacher. Me school na me koye na yo no na koye. Nto me slow dem asem no I've been accepting it for quite a long time. And I don't want him to continue that particular way.
No.
You will never teach me anything. You never knew anything more than me.
No, don't say that.
You can never teach me anything. So you can never teach me. I've been accepting it because for that. When you go personal on me, I go personal on you.
It will never happen under me.
I'm only cooperating because of this.
Exactly, we are cooperating. But my own problem.
But we'll go personal on me, I'll go personal on you.
It doesn't matter, I don't care.
What
are you talking about?
Seven Pacho, is a Pacho. Just as you say, no, Mommy articulate your point. No. And to the message.
Nana,
what the truth,
what it is.
Nana,
throughout Mr. Missions in Nano. Mpoto the infant dinner mekanya mekatia or no in kasa in particular.
One can hear me.
But all the time piano minim dia wo fom mentia say personality attacks on me.
No,
he doesn't even know my education background. You don't know where I'm specialized on.
Mr. Isa, me say
and need I'm specialized on.
So ube tena.
But what I'm a day. What who say who know ye ogbo.
I don't mean to say ma.
I'm not even here to listen to you.
Okay.
I'm not here to listen to you.
Stephen Wadaroma. Ode yanti is asese. Say bibili na say onti ya. Ode just go straight. Tell us what the reality according to you. Ode don't personalize it. Say onti ya.
No, Okasambi. Or say me, or Kasambi, or your personal denigration.
No.
Or say me.
So okay, say Cocoa board. Omuntia Okuafoka. And I'm make sure that that's not how it is done.
No.
Cocoa board. Okuafoka direct.
You see, or Katsam say first, as some okay in the day.
Cocoa board. I make a payment to LBC. It is a way oppositional person. What you say?
Elementary process we on him.
One say Cocoa board now when you are money. You can call the banks. The banks will confirm to you, say payment has been received. It has been received in the accounts of the LBCs.
Nana, he made a point against me. There, me could also say my advisor to Baumi about Women Kodo. Or your insult to Kasipa. I understood it. And I kept
it was on the flip side.
No, he made it several times. You didn't. You were not. Maybe you were not monitoring. He made it several times. I understand. West now using it. I understood it very, very well. But Mitiase Ntiman reacted. But he kept on denigrating. You didn't say. Only say he doesn't even know my education background. He don't even know where I specialize on. He told me that he's an auditor. But I mean, on him, I'm specialized on. So when you keep saying that, and you keep denigrating me, I'm forced to also react. And that is why I'm reacting. And I monitored that you were not calling him to order. That is why Mankasa Soba happened. Because if you were to call him to order, there, Maola Kano, he's going personal on me. He wouldn't repeat those
words. Let's make progress.
Mami, say, Ade to get the right.
So when I was talking about he jumped in and said, I don't even understand banking. Do you know the profession that I'm in?
Direct to you know who said direct to you are. And then the maker be sorry for that. Some attack your person.
When you see somebody, don't see the person as a mere person. You can just
I am not seeing you as a person.
You don't know me.
If I attack you personally, and if I have attacked you from Yamakum, say I'm sorry for maybe attacking you directly. But I was just telling you the way a manner that's all.
Perfect. That is why we are here with different opinions.
Apology accepted.
Yes, for that one.
Apology accepted. Sorry. Now you're making progress. It's about your Anwesi.
No, I was about to talk about the banks, or say the banking sector, no. But to be honest with you, records are there, and then. If you go and pick the last statement of President Mahama, the State of the Nation address, he made it very clear that the banks collapsed under the NDC government before we came to power. It wasn't the NPP government that came to collapse the banking sector. So if you have knowledge about it, talk about it. Because banking sector, the records are there. And I remember 2015, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia makes some kind of comments there. The banking sector is about to collapse. And to say, Nanti, collapse indigenous banks and then give it to foreign companies. No. Indigenous banks, standard they say omodru and also omoye edema Ghana for no. The Ghanaians savings na those banks were a threat to the savers. Until the then ya banks boom as a consolidated banker. Ya save those funds ama Ghana ne bia ne skada bank hodomo want to me and lose this cano. So it was a deliberate process. And I said adebia yes the policy the bad Ghana banks. No. Every Ghanaian bank and I said every Ghanaian businessman should be encouraged because Ade Akye Ghana no, and that's why I'm very proud of some of the banks that are indigenous banks. Me say we were foreign bank. Me say kai nyina e were indigenous banks and we want to save just to make sure that nipa no suba enye sika no they build no employ more because sika enya nyina we repatriate that sika nyina e dey akọ abrochire more foreign banks, so it doesn't benefit us. Why should we continue to collapse businessmen who have interest in investing in Ghana? Yet them are foreigners. It's not a true statement.
Thank you very much. Isa Fusini Yatien, Kanawati Regional Director of Communications, NPP. Now, one of the issues this week, you can't watch them. Na enkomobebre abanwa your time say between 5 minutes then other matters are abidjan for mobe say mobe kan one has to do with the UN voting on slave trade course some years back. Yajiatum say one of the greatest crime against humanity, and that position where Ghana is spearheaded, being led by our President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Now, the big question is, after the voting, slave trade was the gravest crime against humanity. What next? What does Ghana in particular and Africa as a whole stands to benefit? Menena no be buying Thursday on Ade Akye Abia, and together with others, Omofia and say reparation na beba no sika kan wo pa dia young convert it into developmental projects rather than the physical cash, and tisa beba no te ko na asemfo akra ye hu. So UN voting matters are rising. Steven,
yo minua me da say na I think say with the issue of sa resolution yamako pass e United Nations no. The fact alone say Omanpanyin John Mahama from Ghana and a LED course no me jidi say we are Ghana ni a esomo ni je. What it means is say ewiase nyina hu say a Ghanaian president and a world leader for such a historical saying nkunimdie ya. I think that it's not only for the people of Ghana but for every black person on earth. Whether you are a black man in the Caribbean, you are a black man in Americas, you are a black man in Africa, wherever you are. Once a baby no, esoma waniji. Number 2, adia omako passe o efense UN no. Me ma ye for ya adwene say ye disika bi na eba nsadia, se sika ben fanyewe, sika ben fanyewe. Ye kroma no ye pesa dodo. Ye peska sam dodo bibia ye skasam. Won say ma me chwa de. Transatlantic slave trade I happen from 15th century eba no. And Crawford more than 12.5 million from Africa. And you transported women. So munkoye sabe including Juma plantations. It be called Caribbeans, it be called America, it be called Europe. Omukoye Juma den. Juma sabe saka wan kasa payment ka wonya no. And the ma we. Ni na so yensan tu aka. Enti the nature of the way na slave trade in etie no. In fact, na emma one before no emma yenya justice. And economically no as say adwen one say because of say na omma yen blast yakoye adwumaden kwasebo no mbuye nti no am I even up to now kra no African nations no African economies no omo serante value addition ase because omo the mentality be atwe me say ye de timi ya ne say yen produce raw materials yen fa mo nti if you say ye wo yen ye ni tie titinyina no de na ye Ghana de na ye Nigeria de na ye Burkina there be raw material gold ye tu ana de ko bauxite ye tu ana de ko cocoa ye ti ana de ko nti the mentality economically no kra no higher ye pa nti as amayanya that kind of economic injustice politically a high bebre as a governor the way omusi edi nipa da sani dey fa sa slave trade ni mo no menua enya ade ese we Ghana ni a ana we bibi ni a na ka se yakopre we aba ese o kasatia ana wo ma wa adwiri kwa 6 kasem so na Africa ha ye ompanfo bebre a omo wuko bada bia ye bo omudi on say da bia akora keto bia sori a Dr. Kwame Nkrumah so be ya de pa wɔn Nelson Madiba Mandela South Africa so ɔbɛyɛ adepa Julius Nyerere Tanzania ɔbɛyɛ adepa Thomas Sankara Burkina Faso ɔbɛyɛ adepa wɔn ebetumi abodi Jomo Kenyatta Kenya ɔbɛyɛ adepa na saa di na yɛbɔ no sɛ ɔmo ba wiase na ɔmo ba Africa ha no sakɔma ɔmfa ɔmo ho anto hɔ anya dwumaden ama Africa akasa di na nkɔmbenya na kɔmunya etimi de me hu ne sɛ the akɔso nyinaa na ɔmo ampanyin jo mama lead the course ama Africa not Ghana but Africa enya sa kind of say vote no because for 123 country to support your bid no it shows a lot. It shows among fankasa any nje e wo de see no na eno na me kan news be from the UK first Kemi ono ye the leader of the conservatives na utie nsem na oka no say esesa nkan say labor omo rep no esa ka kwoto aba ni tia Ghana in fact oka sa no Kemi now ye the leader of the conservatives in the UK no o Nigeria ni we bibini tsemi no mienu hey bibini ono ye the leader of the Ghana ha kono the opposition leader what I say ono was say adetina because labor UK for ne US for no omo the man to kra they didn't vote omo abstain omo any Europe countries no omo abstain omo kra omo sakon ko tubo na tuti ya ke different no omo the man ko kra adentra because juma ye kan nyina no hom na benefit ye America for Europe for UK omo na benefit ye Britain for omo na benefit ye na sha say nyina so no Portugal for ya Denmark for and on base Ade say enye na ama Africa amwaye na unim say nkofo 12.5 million na do mo free Africa ha no na ka bi betuma engineer na ka bi betuma ye scientist na ka bi betuma ye developer ba no omo nyina no ye do mo ko hefa ye piem na free ye continent ni it's Africa say na continent no aye say ya na ye sa ade no say nipa to na se da bia se waja anawona se da bia otetew na otetew na oma wunya konya express wo ho a wunya utumi nya panyi papa won de me kire no because nsam na waja ekato so no na otetew no
akawa hye
ayehu ntema utumi nya hwe enti sa de we na Africans before ye firm nti na enya ade a eya de pa enti se ne ye say yakosiki sa resolution na se yenya yawene na if there are reparations I think say it's in due course na ade bia so be bia no me gidi say enya Ghana na eba ena enko Nigeria kwa ba mu eba Africa na but the enti ma Ghana ye gina so a ye mom ye pushing more na ne say most of the castles na ye de ye sa slave trade na most na no e Ghana ha every Ghana ha enti ye no ye hu de way na nkofo bre ye hu de way nkofo fa team se wanyo mampanyi bi say na so pushing for this course na say the pushing here no so no nkofo ebre na support na to get to where we are. I think say yeah before I say you can say nyame e bia maye because sa America for ne Europe ne Britain for ne de omo no de man na maye awie wahu e na de omo pele so no omo nya awie enti omo no o ka so mo nkoto a o be ka so okoto a den because want me nkoto ma otoma wa kire say de oyeye no wahu no o peta o chance say onim nyansa sabe what you say enti ono no won nkoto kra not in baby but the point me how many agene say one ama se sia no e basa na e ma bi broni shiawa se lo to hu menua o ko Scotland na ko fro bus na se broni e so to bus ni ma sit na o te so no atwe no ho I'm telling you
even now
I am telling you one say Scottish no gugu sa akire northern part no omo de minima bia mo free o omo bibini pa se bibini benwa ase de sabio ase bibini nye nipa won but se utwa ne body a moja de eba bibini su utwa na moja ba na de em ho akra ne se adwuma wo bibini kra be ye no sabro most of them they cannot even do it and uko UK a abrofo no say before na ba abeje o madwuma and I say nti wo de qualification was mini qualification woni qualification no na me no ka say kra yi wo UK na say wo ye adwuma wo be say wa ko school wo kra wo wo masters wo PhD wo kura den no na broni supervisor broni na one co school na this school enko anim no na man supervisor adan ya we white enti we ye ade o maye a omo de denigrate the black people enti amaye before as at ene before kura yenji ehun ni because of how near man na omo de ye den efo no enti me there I always commend the president for leading such a course. Now a course so it's not for anything bad, but it's for something good. You see, I know ebema before enya ontoso say yen so no ye sefata. Na yakwa kwaji side we awie no. Enye say ye tena ho na ye de yensa ehye dem reform. E say we no ekenya yen na kire ye say yen before no yetimi akon akonkoden na yetimi akọ resolve sasem we ya. And your mentality na ekura no so no we should also change it. Now your behavior we should change it.
Mentality ni bi dey.
Mentality ni say me no me enu. Who say me who say wo kwosoro a na me twa sign. Who say e yade e Africa hapa. Enti ene ye no man kitenkete bia who say unu yade na o akadene ya o me nu yade o ye de e yade pa to aso na ye. Da che be ye. What I say? But abrofo no e de ade pa no divide and rule. And then no can say mama or ya depa no matter the power ye that's opposition who was no mama nyare and so nipa no one can say say within the space of 1 year no there has been a very very good prudent use of our resources. Amen ye fiscal space amen ye economy no e gina na so it say ye before no ye betimi aye you bet me pa kire say me ko school nyina no mahunda ana maintain so da say Ghana yenda sorry no na ye inflation no na te from 23.8% at about 3%. Nam kamini nida say 90-day treasury bill e bet me free 27.7%.
I 1 minute
e dey about 4.65%. Yamisra ye now more Ghana. Now more be before because the kind of mentality now says here no mampanyi jo mama any the leaders in Africa at me leading for us to get here no. I think we can do better. And we will get there and we will change the course of nature. Me da say.
Say me da say papa. Pedia yatini nkenyi Steven Donko, former parliamentary candidate for baby Nyanwa Subekwai NDC. Isha.
Yeah. Mama nkase Ghana Ade in a sense that sir yatumo lead double process no na me gidi say that process e sha say during Nana Ado Dankwa Akufo-Addo na time na opushi for this resolution na Nana Ado Dankwa Akufo-Addo koye no wampenyin John Dramani Mahama baye no so etua so na wapushi dama agenda ya kopim say yakwa yakoto aba about 123 countries Egypt so na about 3 countries kade aha omudie omugina bibia omugina no na 50 country ana say 52 countries so abstaining omu ento aba na bi whether omutu ya na so omuntu once the resolution is passed is binding on them. But my epede yete asene de we mra oye mrakiti in a law say ye de share omukwan ho say my ye no is binding by them. No. Adia your friend slavery in the past in law is already a crime against humanity, which everybody is aware. The slavery is a crime against humanity. One thing that is most important, na ye gina so ye de kadamasam no na say ye de call ye push ya to pass this revolution is the reparation. Or no entra, no or no so egina demand the service that the foreign countries surrender to us. Reparation no or no titro ne meaning adia oil service. And I say adia oil compensation I say omotuya and na say dwumadia say ye dia we support our own natural resources that God has endowed us. Nay, putting it into proper use. But one thing that I'm asking, after passing this resolution, no, what will be the attitude of Africans? Are we going to change from our position? You see, mentally slavery is more than even the slavery itself. Exactly. And we have been refined through our minds. Ne ye Ade Akye before. Ye no. Ne ye Ade Ofata. And I say onu eye ma wana omoya foreigners no. Fi say ye natural resources and kede ye make sure there. Yaba add value to it. Ne ye do kone akoton no amansen graso no. Ye the raw materials ni ka more no more determine price na the amayan. One clear example is cocoa. Africa, Ghana, and then Cote d'Ivoire, the leading production, and as a producing countries. Oye cocoa, no, we don't determine the price of the cocoa. Now, if it's slow, Udu nyama ko ba a market se okwa akotwa. Wo no price wo nyama na na se obi a oba to no prices nyama na dem. Na Ghana de yen de ko no mo akire en price a omba to. No more than man, they determine the price over there. Na ayen whether you pay, say you turn they say the damn price near the more. Only one of the mental slavery that they are now pushing on that because they knew very well there. Are they your friend slavery nankasano? It's a crime to humanity. So I'm wondering whether this particular resolution no more passing you celebrating yes adhering or ya at the part of Africa no. Or whether it has an impact on us, whether there will be a change in our society. And I say, not in Ghana alone, but the whole African countries in Inginano. Because you go and sign an agreement. And one thing that baffles me, Africa, foreigner Baba Bakacho say, this is an agreement I'm putting on table. Now, agreement now, I want you to change your syllabus. How our HLM from our school, no? Me, number say, change your syllabus and HLM from and say, before we sign this particular contract and give you a penny, that we call a grant. Never support the matter, no. Nagana ni edin say, we are no assigning. Another thing, an international law, are there your friend territories, territorial integrity? We have it. Every country be our territorial law. There, who know you want to me our jurisdiction be our one. Who know what to me, who know dictate, and that is why when international laws are passed, we have to make sure there you sign a your friend treaties. Or the court parliament for ratification and sign our bayamra ewa Ghana ha. Yet we sign there America neighbor Ghana ha. No ya America soldier. Obetumi adiewu ewa Ghana ha obi antumi yenehi. You better assign say America ni eba ha nobody will and I say oh no enye soldier no mpo no a citizen of America no ba ye boni wo ha then we cannot surcharge the person here just say yes e de no koma Americans for the omba ye na bia no mo aye no but Ghana ni commit crime with America there they have the right to prosecute the person. What kind of mentality is that? They didn't force us to sign. It was an agreement that we signed. Say America soldier no baha. The opebia or kuta lances so he can drive everywhere. He can go and commit a crime and nobody can prosecute the person. And we signed such an agreement. Near you pass that resolution. Near Bane Aba celebrate. To me, we are not doing ourselves a favor. The leaders are failing us. And that particular law now, meka ho asam ya sign no. Nka ye betu na blame omanpenyin there, omanpenyin no then okoye dem agreement no sign no. But it's subject to ratification at parliament. Ya parliamentarians hweye. Wo musu gitum no musu then o musu sign. And that is mra ye dem en Ghana ha. Are we still our own having our own country, the territorial regulations that they gave to us, the territorial laws that are governing us? Na jurisdiction na yede man say laws are over Ghana ha no yen ye betumi manipulate your laws, ye betumi enact your laws, not contrary to the UN and other countries that we sign treaties to. But yen can say ye mra no mu de ye betumi ahye ye mra yi. Na dem ade ye kwa sign ya. Ye wi ya kwa sign treaty and say nkofu koto aba na wi. To me is going to gather dusk, because for me what I'm seeing we are not going to get the compensation that we are looking for. Compensation is not on monetary terms. On yesika. But the compensation is that they should rectify the way our who bibini. Me today, my minu can there okwatina basmu na friends saying brony to hold more no or racism na omo edebano. That should be the basis for this particular signing no or the way juma enkaye then enquire say yim. And I say omugu bibini wa America yan hu sam adam ne pan say onya ne pa ya aboa. Na yetumi treat ne pan ko ne mo say omo pe. No. So many years, about 400 years when slavery started. Omo adian were the man kopim them time to slavery every year. Illegal. Omo kada a crime against humanity no omo jai slavery. Then they decided to go into our minds. Because omo kakra into omo the Brian they will be signing things the way they want. And they will be determining who should be the president in even Africa here. Because if you don't go by their rules now, they will sponsor somebody to come and after you. And that is what they do to a Libya president. Muammar Gaddafi. And African Union, no mutuho, when they were even crying, when one of the African leaders moved to the place, no more free Africa for there. Africa no bianca. They left the man to his fate. No omoya do mo pebia no moya no mo koe. Africa hono no say. Were we banned not to talk? Enti de ekwa say ni mama yan celebrate answer. Yen twen na nhwe ya leaders no anamonto a wombatu. Efa ya ho amina wo. As to whether them slavery no obaja na say ongey. Whether omubaba na omaba sign no contracts wa ha. No omo agi ya mining sectors no nyina aboso. Na omo aba na omo agi oil fields no nyina aboso. No omo ma 10% of the oil field project na omo baso eda akono. Na ya assign them projects no mekai kept 3 point wo mo discover oil. Minua eya roho. Ghana ni bibini o. Uko Takrade St. Mary's. Direct opposite St. Mary's. There's a building there. Company B. Now company no ever establish wo hodmo. The man has I spoke to the man. Nye there bia nkwanchen common na medi. Man I don't want to mention the company's name. He has the capacity to drill the oil in Ghana. Yamfa mano.
Ghana ni.
Okono kwhwe equipments are the omo Ghana focus omo procure no nyina no. He sponsored the manufacture of those equipments outside no mo de buy oboka de nyama no nyina buy yamfa mano. Because we Ghana ni. The money pano make say equipment no si hold mo pro fit time I discover kept 3 oil. Wa boka ya da nyina because foreigner ba nipa ne ba oba sign contract no o signing so on my 10% of the contract. Something you have discovered and see it. You are telling me that there's a risk. Then nipa kunu betuma about to oil no onye bi. Nto oba na oba to onye bi nti. Oba to aye neka. Nipa na ono so ya bibi ne say fama me so mutu na manya bia oye neka.
Member down
ka. Ose umfa bibi ne no me de ma every friends and foreigner.
Now
is 10% no mo de man no po. Abaya problem. Nti me nua celebration na you celebrating it to me I cannot celebrate for now. Minim there den ya dada na obokoso munhu paper so na you sign ya ye de ba ya nyina enu age. But as to whether it will manifest or no see another issue.
Yebra na ye be 7 minutes with the 1 minute minim say ada match bi o wa nanka o person o address ya with the in a minute
na me say assembly I cannot say this issue na here discussion na more of national issue, African issue, and the fact says na menu is kan no emre bi o ya sign ya achi so much chire yensa aguyechi enti me penny way I say for some few weeks in parliament you say you pass sliding scale. Well, also you can say pass Marana China for US for no money because when you say companies na well, nti ono or be 2 wagudie no amount 5% as royalties.
Can you imagine?
Also with the quarter 13 or so we want to say. What the quarter or so want to say. So that's the kind of mentality some crofo here they are share more now. And don't say economically no so no. Also you are signing into that Bretton Woods institutions no. Until what one what me manage you ho. Until assembly say this IMF. This is a World Bank wow. And also some crofo no. Oma say Robin Peter to pay for. Or jo ha no kakra bia abro. Wo until saa no market nkete na e wo so ya till now no. I think say eno na emma Africa yentimi nyina na so because Yakopon adom ye. You all the resources. They don't like it here. But in confidence what now say they don't have the resources, but they want to use some ways and means be on that much tree and say aguyachi. And you cocoa and okano. This obi to London. No decide cocoa price. Cocoa do be daw. Obi to London, New York. Obi to New York. No decide cocoa price. Obi to London was a gold price and they say. Obi to New York was a gold price they say. Obi to Shanghai no decide gold price. But on to gold wo. What am I say? Enti sanu manoma we na omode ya to na enti sanu osika no million sika no I think say yen before no e say agi ehun di say e betimi aye wo na yen odo na ade ba ko ehia na sa odo na ye say nyama ye ho no because ade bi wo ha wo betimi aye ba wo nua say no me ma ko de enye na aka ho enti me de bia no I am in for the fact say nka ye sectors of the economy ni na no should be owned by the local people because the locals and own here dividend we don't pay in dollars you better in cities the best there will not be any much pressure on our city well naka amaye city no a bit stable but here's the case which March February March April no na be some betu dividend na ma Ghana city no they deputy sa kwasa so I think say going forward no the year chief no yen fa hye ya adwunim e man say tino say man say yakọ motor bana my keke but you want to say we are the first step now your mentality no yensa no
right it's a very any other business
the American there Yenyina seems to be saying one thing and we have signed a lot of treaties Ghana you are signing treaties baby na treaties no bi wo hodmo oboy na bi wo hodmo so a oboy ente say akosign the made ya ba na ebia ya omo cohesion bi na oma ya cosign those treaties na onya ema na let's review them and go back and sign the better treaties that can help the nation because in Chinimba omo ba no minua hot omo de ba man na enya easy because ejuma say ye de mabun e wa Ghana no mbabu ejuma na enya bi because moment one thing sisi are the all sinimpo no there say edejuma and say edejuma the ma foreigner or onanka say the no workers a free foreign country no then what one aba no aba ejuma no wa ha abra Ghana for e wa hire we don't care about those things because nipa no yen ejuma no man no wie no on hwe chire nhwe there one anum na there omofa omo ejuma no e wa ha no enya no problem but we have expertise in Ghana. I remember one Clayton when we were building that Takoradi sports stadium. The whole stadium before they employ almost no, they were no more than 10.
Hey.
I'm telling you.
Stadium kakrakano.
Yeah, the laborers in China. They don't want to buy. Yes, see, tent will hold more no more da. No more yejumano. Before enka the way yejumano was about Chinese. So if you are doing this, now walankaso babuna omuwa Ghana hanoso nibi you are expecting them to also go. Where are they going to get a job? Until one man say an again. Nanya at the pa obobuwa Ghana. Based on this your friends unkonumdia yakodi no because say Ghana is the black star. We always spearhead or we always lead for others to follow. Until damadi HLP say yen then ya lead. Na yenso na ebasa so lead the conversation said the ebe ya change in baba Africa na say to me and lead come conversation now then we will fail those who have one wanya gidie wɔ mu almost signed them a friends and UN resolution edema no said them kof no onya agidie papa emfama if we are not able to make it work nti mbasra say yan them no de yan sanso spear them komodia or the nsesan ebaba Africa edama.
Thank you very much. Anope Yabeda Isafu Yase, or your Western Regional Director of Communications, NPP. Now, Yada Stephen Donko Swase. Stephen Donko, your former parliamentary candidate for Bebieni and Yasu Bekwai, and this impending for me, and Anope Ombeka Yensa, ya Jonjuna Ghana, na ensemwa edie him na watchi akesepa na ewom no ye bo nkomo na sa president o ye active on social media so sa don't go, were you surprised to hear say president can say or commenting on President Mama what the yenka
say it shows say the question now no ote I was say sometimes no we opinion now cuz dey be I would try say obi fra bontin me kan kire wa udi agura you always get it wrong
obeda no na egu abontin
it's good so no cuz I will follow the ekoso it's I mean I think it's very good.
All right, so yakwe na happy birthday to Bamse Besmak Uko School of Believe International School of Botiano. A free o papa eno mame enu nuanom ena womodema Bamse Besmak of Believe International School. Nimdie eno nyansa obade de dom odi for somewhere atronika wansam nia asafo urade de dom yagenkwa Christ. I will say, and our Lord and Master Savior Jesus grew in wisdom and in stature, and also grew in favor with God and with men. And no be and our papa no mama no nianomina. Esre edmao. Say grow in stature and wisdom and in favor with God and with men. All right, so 9 after 10. Na yemfa enuaba Florence Obinum. Let us see. Yemfa entwapo. Okay, so where exactly this birthday dedication is coming from? From your young, beautiful, alluring, captivating, and adorable Akwaba ladies. And this is the message. Your life remains a shining testament of unwavering visionary leadership and tirelessly committed to advancing Akwaba ladies. So happy glorious birthday to you, Lady Reverend Judith Nunu Noko Fine, Noko Beautiful, Noko Jeje. Akoleti amede egu akwami. Some won baby a message free. From your young, beautiful, alluring, captivating, adorable Akwaba ladies. And together they say, your life remains a shining testament of unwavering visionary leadership and tireless commitment to advancing Akwaba ladies group. You are most selfless and incredible woman. Simply the best. Like a fine wine. You always get better with age. And the second one is from your colleague pastors. So happy glorious birthday. Yes, happy glorious birthday. Lady Reverend Judith Nunu This one is coming from your colleague, servant of God. We joyfully celebrate you as you celebrate this new milestone. May the joy of the Lord continually overflow in your life and throughout all your endeavors. Then again, may you continue to shine throughout this charge and execution of your divine mandate. Happy glorious birthday to the Reverend Judith Nunu, Glorious Word Power Ministries International. This one is coming from your colleague, servant of the Lord, under the spiritual leadership of Apostle Dr. Isaac Owusu-Bempah. And Union Masofo, jointly we say, happy glorious birthday to you, and we joyfully celebrate you. And as we celebrate this new milestone, may the joy of the Lord continually overflow in your life and throughout your endeavors. And may His grace and favor continue to shine through you. Receive grace, strength, and divine enablement to execute your divine mandate, your divine assignment. Blessings. Anenti ahane yademobesi. Chief Captain Field Marshal Ohene Nana Kwame Amo. Mene enuanom Isaac Kwame Owusu Ediomi, Isaac Opoku, ene kabo mu ayade Ade Akye Abia. Weekend edition Yibrel. Ewia no mienu Abigail Ashley ede mohoye. Eya pomudi dwumadi omde bebre ode bebre yen. Na nyame ya adoma wo china nwumre 7 to 9. Eye strictly spiritual. Odon for de na wotwene cheyen saa. So odon for eye yadom ema yehu na wotwe for frashase a. Eye nyame na famudie no waye no. Se wode na wotwe foforo adom ho. And it's your responsibility to maximize the potentials, the benefit of the week. The senti ono a wode na wotwene ma yesa chede no. Yeba ewo season of restoration. Onoke 101.7 FM. Kwesede numero 7 to 9. Na ya dedicate na wotwene a wode adom yen no, ya de amano. Ya de yakwan ahye ne nsa, ya de yadwuma. Ya de yere yema, yekunu. Any order concerns us, ya de ahye ne nsa. Just like Emra Abraham's man servant, he said, Uncle Peyere Emre Isaac, no. Before he embarked on the journey, or person journey near fruitful, na enquire exercise in futility, or the journey nishi. He asked for the mighty hand of God and for God to grant him speed. Tina watching the oba there the bedroom. The aka any the wuhia a free ni ho. Now they are navigating through the week. Said the bear week in you know. You'll be counting your blessings, you will name them one by one and give glory and thanks and adoration and show appreciation to the Almighty. And Timayesia was season of restoration. Sundays 7 to 9 p.m. Right? Yadamase. Oh, Ayumnesi. Eti Florence Obinem. Latest or the Abani. You be for be out. And then I did sorry so. Yadamase ama munity any money share.